spaghetti.
S-D-P. The Steve Dangle Podcast. With your hosts, Steve Dangle, Adam Wilde, and Jesse Blake.
Let's go!
Well, hello there. Hi. 2, Podcast 2. It's September the 3rd, and we're very excited to be here. And I just want to mention that, so we did the show yesterday, so make sure you want to check out yesterday's show. Yesterday's show was really good. I also mentioned yesterday that Course and Clubhouse, St. Catharines, September 26th, it's a Friday night.
Yeah!
And you know, Friday nights are the place to be in St. Catharines on a Friday night is the Course and Clubhouse. 5 HD golf simulators. And it's not like the BS HD golf simulators that you hear some places have, and you're like, this is a real golf simulator.
It's quite nice.
You
feel like you're out there, man.
We're going to do a best drive competition. Jesse won it last year, so we had to give it to number 2. So you can't let Jesse win in 2 years in a row.
No.
You can't let him, because what's going to happen is Jesse wins the best drive 2 years in a row. Mm-hmm. Next year when we're back at Course and Clubhouse, he's going to start saying, we're in dynasty territory.
We will be.
We can't let him get into dynasty territory. We can't let that happen.
Yeah. If there are 200 tickets, I hope 199 of them are hardcore fans of us.
Yep.
And one of them is a ringer that one of you brings.
Scotty Scheffler.
Just to
Bryson
wreck it.
DeChambeau shows up to our live event. Big SDP listener.
Yeah, why not?
5 HD golf simulators, 40 real golf courses, full kitchen. By the way, the kitchen is delicious.
It's awesome.
The food there is amazing. Also, they're known for their frog legs, believe it or not.
Yep.
We couldn't believe it. The first
They're
year we
so
were there,
proud.
like, frog legs? And they sold out. People talking about the frog legs all night, which was amazing. Great place for hosting parties, birthdays, retirements, whatever. If you're in St. Catharines, you got to check out the Course and Clubhouse. Tickets are $25 plus tax. And a big shout out to our proud sponsors, Triple Bogey, who are going to be in the house with premium lagers and iconic cocktails. I've only had their seltzers. I've only had their beers. Jesse's only had their seltzers. So we're gonna
mix them together.
Yeah,
like that.
If possible, we'd love for you to get down there. We'd love for you to click the link in the description, buy a ticket, and join us for our first live show of the year. And by the way, it's looking like we've got one every single month in the fall, except for December. December, we figure you're too busy.
sdpn.ca/events. We got a landing page for all that stuff. So head there. You can buy tickets for this event and then see teasers the upcoming ones.
Ooh.
There you go.
Exciting. Hey, Pierre LeBrun tweeted something right before the start of the show, and it's going to preempt everything that I had
The Leafs got McDavid
on the show because
Crosby,
it's sort of a big deal.
Yeah.
As reported before, but now the NHL has started to put it together. The regular season will begin in late September in 26-27. Let's go. And the cup will be awarded in mid-June, preseason shortened and regular season extended. So the amount of games will actually not change that the players play.
Oh, like preseason and regular season.
Right. Yeah. However, the owners can make more money off of 2 extra regular season games. Plus, it gives us a little bit of time between the end of the Stanley Cup, so people can enjoy the Stanley Cup and not have to be on stage answering questions about their contract or getting traded 3 days later.
Like 48 hours.
100%. And so we got a little bit of a buildup for the draft and obviously for free agency as well. So I believe those are all still staying the same. Free agency will still be July 1st. Draft will still fall between the 25th and the 27th, usually, of June. As far as we know, anyway. I mean, that could change too.
25th and 27th? No, mid-June.
Well,
I interpret as damn near the 15th.
No. That's when the cup would be awarded. I'm talking about the draft.
Oh, sorry.
you think that-
Here,
yeah,
let me
that's
get
a
to the
wrap.
bottom of this coffee.
Yeah.
I did enjoy Chaos Week. Chaos Week was a lot of fun where you would go from the Stanley Cup being awarded to the draft and then free agency, and all happened in the span of like 4 days.
Yes.
Like, it was cool, but this is the better way.
Well, and as your favorite free content
This is
provider,
better.
this is great for us because we're looking at this like, oh, we can actually dive deep on all of the things. Like during Chaos Week, Jesse, and it's a great name for it, by the way, we'd have to like drop really juicy stories because we just didn't have time.
It is, I don't think it's ideal for anyone, actually, because like really important stuff just gets, like you said, dropped or completely buried. We'll do something and we're like, this is going to do numbers. Nope.
And because a new piece of news.
Right.
You're like,
the only
did
thing
no one
about
give a
that
shit?
is the news compounds on itself. Like there is a factor of where everything's happening at once. People are locked in for 72 hours.
Yep.
Yeah.
And like that 4 days or whatever it is, 3 days, it does compile and you get all of everybody watching at once. And here where it's more spread out, you might not get the peaks that you would get, but you're getting more chances for news, which is better for us in terms of content.
I like talking to casual fans right at the beginning of the season because like training camp will start and preseason games start, and they'll see someone in their favorite team's uniform, and they'll go, "When did that happen?
Yeah.
When the hell?" Like, I'm not talking about like some rookie. Who the hell is this? I'm talking about like, when did we get Kiefer Sherwood like last year? When did we get Brad Marchand's on the Panthers? And that's just someone who didn't have cable during the spring. But you know what I mean.
Yeah, no, the room to breathe is going to make it easier for everybody to decipher everything, be able to drink from the hose that's spraying at you. You know, these couple of weeks are going to be much better.
Listen, the tampering is going to be
Yeah.
berserk. Like, there is going to be so much tampering.
Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay. It will be just wild. I'm excited for that.
It might be easier to get transactions done before the draft. Like, we might see more trades, as I assume we'll get to that next, because this kind of leads off of that.
Yeah.
The playoff salary cap.
Oh, yeah, we're talking
leading
about
that into less transactions happening. This might at least open up a little transactions to happen before the draft because the GMs have a bit more time. So that'll be nice.
It was reported yesterday, Jesse's referencing that some of the new CBA will be implemented this season. And, you know, I keep wondering what the players got out of this new CBA other than some bonus pool money, which is increased in the playoffs, and a bigger cap.
The
bonuses are
the
gone.
pat on the head.
The bonuses
thanks,
are gone,
guys.
right? It's like 50% or whatever. The LTIR stuff is gone, right? You get 50% of that, but you got to sit the whole season. So like the Florida Panthers this year are not going to have the exception that they would have had last year for Matthew Tkachuk because he's not starting the season, right? And he'll be ready for the Olympics. Yeah. And if he plays a week before the Olympics, it's still not going to give you the same protection that it gave, say, Tampa with Kucherov. And so that's happening. The double retention thing, or the retention at all thing, is going to that is going to change this year as well. So remember how you used to throw in a pick and you get somebody double retained? Well, you can't do that anymore.
It's just gone.
And it's gone.
It's crazy.
So the trade deadline could be extremely negatively affected by this.
It could suck.
That
I mean, there's a lot of cap room.
I think there's a lot of, I mean, if you want to call it soft cheating or whatever that goes on, and some of the LTIR stuff and hiding guys for the playoff. Yeah, that needed to be fixed. I don't understand why double retention needed to be fixed.
Well, the word is that there are people around the NHL, like in front offices, that are not thrilled about it because they're saying, well, okay, there was nothing illegal about this. Yeah. And the team that provided the cap relief is getting a benefit to this as well. They're getting a pick, which are worth millions.
Yes.
And it doesn't negatively affect small market teams. Small market teams can double retain.
Yeah.
Because it's like, when you're talking about double retention at that point in the season, we're not talking about, hey, let's say it's a $10 million contract and you want to get it down to $2.5 million, right?
Oh, it's barely even real money.
At that point, it's like $200,000. They have it.
Yes.
They do have it.
Yes.
And so that part, I wonder if that's something they revisit in a couple years. Every time we have a new CBA, there's always some stuff that comes out later where we're like, yeah, that was shitty and it didn't work. And I don't get what the players got out of this except for a higher cap and
the dress code.
And the dress code.
Relaxed.
And I don't know what the GMs got out of this. The owners just got, like, it was like almost like the Terry Pagula Bowl. Because he doesn't pay bonuses anyway. Yeah. And Terry's like, he was probably opening that key bank thing from earlier this summer going, you know, now nobody can pay bonuses. Not that I was going to do that anyway to make Buffalo more appealing.
Right.
And so I feel like that is going to be a story for a few months from now. But it is kind of going to be fascinating to see how teams like Florida, who took full advantage of it, what do you do now? And I'm unclear on what the rules are. If Matthew Tkachuk misses the whole fall.
That I don't understand.
What kind of relief do they get? Because they will get some.
Well, he'll be able to be put on LTIR, and they can use that space. But once he comes off of it, they'll have to be cap compliant like usual.
Right.
And you couldn't just delay it until the playoffs where you don't have to be cap compliant. Now we have to always be cap compliant when we're icing our roster.
And the only way you could get 100%, from what I understand, though, the only way you can get 100% LTIR on somebody is if they literally miss the whole year.
Yes, because the way the salary space is being accrued isn't as much, like it doesn't happen anymore as much.
Right.
So you're not gaining all of that space. The way like they were able to fit Marchand, who am I missing? The two defensemen, Seth Jones that they got, like was because he missed that time they had the space. That's impossible anymore. You know, that's $6.1 million Marchand makes. It doesn't work anymore.
There are 3 teams above the cap, and they are not above the cap by a little bit of money.
Which is crazy to think.
They're above the cap by so much damn money. Vegas, who ought to be safe because Pietrangelo makes 8.8.
He's not playing.
He's not going to play at all, and they're 7.64 above the cap. The Montreal Canadiens, we're going to see
They're going to trade that contract.
Rectified in the next couple of weeks with Carey Price. Florida is the one I don't understand.
Well, I think Jesse made a point there where, Tkachuk sits out, whatever. The Florida Panthers have been telling everybody they're not moving Evan Rodriguez. But to me, when you look at that roster, that's the guy that they're going to have to move eventually. So and that's a pretty juicy piece at the deadline.
Of course. So are they going to be forced to shed? Are teams who are in this situation going to be forced to shed mid-season? I
think if you're the Panthers, you bank on injury.
It's especially, injury is a good thing. Again, that's the one thing that, LTIR, I think, generally works the way it should. Mm-hmm. But I hate that every year near the deadline, there's a contending team that suffers a major injury and we go, this is good.
Yeah, well.
That's stupid.
Yeah. I do think.
But it won't be like that anymore.
It won't. And what I wonder about the Panthers, there's no rumors here. There's nothing to substantiate this. But if you're Bill Zito and you're pretty smart, would you look at the Montreal Canadiens and go, well, I know Carey Price isn't going to play this year. And that kind of solves all my issues.
I don't know if it does. I don't know if
Does it not?
I don't know if it works like
Well,
that.
I guess they're already over.
Yeah.
But Matthew Tkachuk's going to be out. I still think, doesn't it give you $10 million in LTI room? He's not playing.
No, that's not how it works.
I would like to.
I would love to know. I don't know. Yeah. CJ, the cap guru, can tell us. I'll call him after this.
And he can tell us on the brand new CJ show
being done today.
Recording today.
I think I have 2 opinions on this, and one is good? That this overall is good. I think for the way the NHL is run, the cap is there in theory for competitive balance.
What kind of cap is it, Jesse?
A triple hard cap.
I love this shirt.
I'm wearing the triple hard cap right now.
That's such a clean shirt, man.
It's so good.
Available on the SDPN shop, sdpnshop.ca. You can get a triple hard cap shirt. This is good for the competitive balance of the NHL because that's what the salary cap is there for, to make things kind of even. And the way the NHL is run since the cap was implemented is they take it away at the most important part of the year. And we're all harping on Florida here for winning it with a team that was above the cap in the playoffs last year. But Tampa did it as well during their cup run.
Yep.
Vegas did it during their cup run. And the Blackhawks are the OG originators of this thing.
Well, and even some of the teams who didn't end up winning.
Yeah.
Colorado and Edmonton.
I think it's important to focus on the teams that won.
Yes.
The 4 that won Stanley Cups doing this, they did it.
Yep.
So this is a great rule in the end. It just sucks from a transaction standpoint where it limits teams and what they can do. But this is great in the end for the Stanley Cup playoffs. And the other thing was that in the playoffs, your salary that you have on the bench in the press box can be $400 million, which is, I think, very interesting. So if you load it up at the deadline, and let's say you were over the cap, but you had a guy on LTIR, and then he comes back and he's ready for the playoffs, you could scratch other players to make room for this player who would have been over the cap during the regular season. Because you can have a press box full of too much money.
The lineup has to be cap compliant.
It's only the 18 people on the ice, the 2 goalies plus the skaters. So if you were to load up, you could always scratch lower level players come the playoffs, call up some other people, and then have those star players that you acquired get into the lineup that's under the cap.
Dude,
let's say you get let's say you have the Leafs have a little bit. The Leafs have a little bit of cap, right? A couple $1 million or whatever it is, right? Or 3 or 4, whatever it is. I don't even care right now. And you get a player, and then you're like, man, we got to scratch Kampf and Yarncroke for game one. We can insert $7 million player here.
Right. So Austin Matthews was out all season. You take that $14 million off of the books during the regular season. That goes to LTI. You acquire a $14 million player. Austin Matthews comes back for the playoffs. You play Austin and the $14 million player, and then you scratch $14 million worth of contracts. You put them up in the press box, and you call up a bunch of other players that can play and fit you under the cap.
Man, I'm so excited for
so
Kaprizov and Matthews
could
to link
happen
up.
as well, which is fascinating.
So this is not to make it about the Leafs, but remember we talked about Craig Berube's not stock, but his influence in the Leafs organization increasing.
Huge. He's got a direct line to the CEO.
Well, every bloody team needs to. Like, if you want to be really smart about this and finagle it, you would have to create lineups ahead of time that are cap compliant that the coach also likes. Because you can't just plunk, here are 5 possible cap compliant lineups you can use here. And the coach goes, well, I hate 4 of them. So I'm only going to use one of them.
Yep.
Because I'm the coach and I get to make those decisions, F you. Right? So you're going to have to make these decisions with your coaching staff.
And that decision for each playoff game, Greg Wyshynski on ESPN had
Who the fuck is that?
details of like how this playoff cap actually works. And it's fascinating because now every team will have to submit their lineup at 3 p.m. to NHL Central Registry. So we're going to know the lineups now. It's not like,
Kevin Week's going to be like, I know who's in the lineup tonight.
Yeah.
I know who it is.
So it's not going to be 6:59. We're guessing to see if Kampf is in the lineup or not. Now we're going to know. I assume somebody's going to leak it when it hits Central Registry, and we get the lineups ahead of time because they have to confirm with the NHL that the team they're icing for every playoff game is in fact cap compliant.
But that ruins one of the greatest playoff traditions, which is having 30 guys skate for warm-up for Game 7.
Yeah.
So you're trying to figure out...
Playing guess who? Oh, Nick Robertson's out there.
Oh.
Ryan Reeves?
Oh, they got him back. What? Yeah, that'd be crazy. Now, okay, this is interesting.
I don't know. This has added a whole other layer to the way we watch this game in the playoffs and during the regular season with them not being able to do as much with the injured players.
That's cool. I'm excited for that. I think, knowing it and knowing the distinction, Jesse, that you could pull a $120 million lineup into the playoffs right now.
Yeah.
And I like that. I think it's going to be fascinating to see which team figures out the right formula first. Because that's usually who wins. It's like you look at some of the teams that have really had the edges when the triple hard cap, was first put in. The teams that figured out how to do it properly and what percentages should go to which positions, those were the teams that won. It also helped if you had like some Hall of Famers left over like Detroit did. But look at Chicago. Figuring out those illegal contracts, like with, the Duncan Keith and I don't know if Brent Seabrooks was illegal, but it was weird. But they were able to find ways around these rules, right? And I see it in Formula One all the time. They have rules, and your job as a Formula One team is to exploit those rules and cheat and try to, that's not the spirit of the rule. Well, fuck off. That's the rule. Yeah. And so I think that will be fascinating.
I think that's such a good point because like this thing, it sucks right now the way like the trade deadline will work, probably be a little quieter, but it's not a matter of like if, but when one of the GMs figures out how to get around everything.
Yep.
There's something in there and somebody smart in front office, some AGM is going to figure it out and they're going to do something with this.
Let me give you a scenario. Let's say during the regular season, Daniil Tarasov becomes the starting goalie for the Florida Panthers.
No, it has to be.
He's incredible.
Okay.
He's got a .930 save percentage. He's competing for the Vezina. Could the Panthers then go out, get a $10 million player?
Oh, you're using your brain.
And when the playoffs arrive, they scratch Bob.
Yes. Yeah.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
Yeah, they could. But the $10 million player's got to be injured, right? Because you got to be cap compliant during the season.
Yeah, cap compliance has to apply during the regular season. You got to be within.
That's why I wonder about Carey Price's deal. Like, can that help you? I don't know. I just don't know.
Yeah.
Let's use a more realistic scenario because Bob is not getting scratched in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, go less $1 million.
This is Steve. Play the hits. Seattle has a really, really, really good season. They go out and acquire like a $5 million player. It's a really good player.
Because they had somebody on LTIR and it created that room for them.
Yeah.
Is the distinction.
And when the playoffs arrive, they scratch Philip Grubauer, who is a nearly $6 million backup goalie. So they could get a $5.9 million player and just insert them.
As long as they had that room under the cap or within LTIR during the regular season.
Oh, well, guys get hurt all the time.
Right.
There's always these unfortunate accidents.
But it's also harder with the cap calculation now because you can't accrue money. And it used to be like the accrued amount would count against the cap. But now it's your full salary counting against your playoff cap. So it used to be like Brad Marchand's 2/4 of it, 1/3 of his salary because he was acquired at the trade deadline from the end of the season would only count against the Panthers cap, but now it's the full $6.1 million counting against the cap in the playoff calculation. So
I'd love to know how wildly above the cap they were if the new rules applied, or every Cup champion for the last 5 years.
Do you know how many league min guys are going to get crazy roster spots because of this?
Oh yeah,
like in the playoffs.
In our other example,
like Bobby McMahon is one of the most valuable hockey players in the league yet, and he has no
world.
idea. He has no Dennis Hildeby's deal. Screaming, absolute screaming.
Yeah, who's going to be the first team that scratches their more expensive backup in favor of a league min AHL goalie so that they can ice a better skater?
Goalies are going to get squeezed.
You better do that.
Right,
you better do that.
Oh,
We
yeah.
nailed it.
But then you're
like always.
But then you're taking the chance. Like, what happens if your goalie goes down? You got to play your AHL goalie because he's on the small contract.
I mean, it's hockey. It's always a risk. Like, what if this player
Are you willing to take that risk?
Like, what if the Leafs are? Think about the Leafs. Leafs need an extra $3 or $4 million. Let's put Hildaby in, and we're going to scratch Joe Woll.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, that makes a ton of sense to me.
Oh yeah.
I would listen if that gives you an extra defenseman or an extra forward playing in your middle six, dude. Do it all day, every day.
I'm so sad we're like 8 months away from finding out what's going to happen.
I'll give you a great example of a team this could affect if they were to contend for the playoffs and they're a total wild card. The Canucks. Dude, Lankinen makes a lot of money. Demko makes a lot of money. This could heavily affect them.
Yeah,
Well, Artur Svilovs. Oh no, he's not there anymore, is he?
He's because he's in Pittsburgh.
That's right. That was a good pickup by Dubas. I got to give him that. I like that goalie.
I don't remember the trade, but yeah, I like that.
But you got to find.
He might be their starter.
You got to find guys in the AHL who can come in and give you a period. Just give me one good period in case my guy goes down.
Because that's kind of the free square amongst the 20 people you have to give to Central Registry. That backup goalie is kind of the one you can move around to find some more money.
Have we made a huge mistake by illuminating this? Because Gary Bettman's going to hear this shit,
we're
and he's
not
going to be
that
like,
important.
"We're closing the loophole."
No, you are overestimating our importance.
Well, I just feel like everything fun. Gary's like, "Fuck that. I don't want your fun. I want everybody staying on the same team they were drafted with." So yeah, I think that's it's pretty cool. Just to get back to LeBrun's tweet, it is about time hockey started in September. It always should have been in September. The Cup always should have been awarded. It used to be the end of May, and then it was early June, and then it was mid-June, and then 2 years ago, I get that COVID plays into this. It was like, hey, Stanley Cup, tomorrow we're doing the draft. And I think that is what it needs to be. And it also, I have to tell you, from like a content creation, broadcast perspective, is better for everybody. I don't know. One of the reasons that I was told the NHL was always afraid to do September was they were afraid of going up against football, and they were afraid of going up against the MLB. And my problem with that argument is the MLB gets better in October. That's when you start.
These are the dog days.
Yeah. Well, September is like you might have a race or two. Like you might have a few divisional races, but a lot of the time...
It's limited, though.
A lot of the time they're wrapped up. Football is football. You're not beating football. Just play your game, and your fans will watch. Football is football. It's religion. It's part of the American culture. You're not going to win on Thursdays, Sundays, and Mondays. You're just not. So schedule around it, but start the season earlier.
Stop being so terrified.
Everybody who loves this game and loves hockey, the product, is going to watch. And then you get the bandwagon guys after the Super Bowl in February. And that's great.
There you go.
I don't know. I think it's such a no-brainer, but I think sometimes the NHL is like, well, we've always done it this way, though. And then they it's just
and you're not even close to the other guys. So maybe
yeah, but we're
change it up.
We're better than we were last year, though, Steve.
That's great. I hate that the NHL always points out that they have climbed over the very low bar they have set for themselves.
It's like the meme where the guy's like celebrating with the champagne and he's 7th.
Buddy, you're below everything. I was about to start listing them all. We'll be here forever.
Yeah.
Start doing things a little differently. You're a niche sport.
Yeah.
You're a niche sport.
And you didn't used to be, but you are now.
You didn't used to be. You are now. But I got great news. A bunch of people still like you.
Yeah, and it
stop
is growing.
alienating them.
It is growing. So I'm excited for that. I think that'll be great. And also, let's be honest here. Like the Leafs don't offer any discounts for their preseason games. They'll tell you they do, but they're still $100.
Remember
which
the
is
Coke Zero
outrageous.
fans' first game?
What was that?
They had it was like 2 years. They did a Coke sponsored free preseason game. I don't remember how you got tickets.
You probably threw a lottery.
It had to have been.
See, I've always thought, particularly for the Leafs, when they do these next-gen games, the Leafs are already charging an arm and a leg for their season ticket holders. Their season ticket holders are already super pissed at them.
Yeah.
And I know you don't feel bad for season ticket holders, but not every season ticket holder is a billionaire. Like a lot of them are just people that work normal jobs who said, instead of going on vacation or doing other things, I'm going to Leaf games. Yeah. And that's amazing. You want to keep those people because they're the ones that float your boat. And if you were to say to them, listen, we're going to knock X% off the price, and we're going to have 3 home games throughout the year that we bring on a major sponsor like a Coke Zero or whatever. Right? And you call it the Coke Zero, and you could call it like a throwback night, like nostalgia night or next gen or whatever. And you make it so that the prices are, like you could call it the 67 night. So the price is everything in the arena is the cost of what it would have been in 1967. And so you enter the lottery, you pay that for the price. Your Coca-Cola, your popcorn, your whatever, it's all the same prices as it would have been back then. But the Leafs still make their money by having it presented by Coca-Cola or something like that. Right?
It's an interesting thought. I'm sure it's been pitched. I'm sure it's been promptly shot down.
I just think it would be great to have like a game where, or 3 games where people get to hear what the actual fans sound like.
Oh, I know.
Like even if it's, and you can give them the bullshit games. Don't give them a Saturday, give them a Tuesday. Right? Just you don't have to give them Montreal, Toronto Saturday night. I get that's where you make so much money. Give them St. Louis, Toronto Tuesday night.
They have a Sunday game that they just moved to 1 p.m.
Yeah.
against Colorado in January.
That's a good memory,
That one.
Steve, about that fan first game. That was back in like 2010. They did an 09 and 10. I was just looking up some of the info.
I think I worked there. That's why.
And it was sponsored by Coke, like you said. And they would give away the tickets on various platforms. So all of their sponsored, like there'd be a Sport Check giveaway on something. You go on like iCoke.ca and you get some stuff there. They do fan giveaways at like mobile meetups. And that was an initiative that was spearheaded by Dave Hopkinson, who Adam Wilde knows very well.
Yes, Dave.
Yeah.
Oh, Dave is a promotional genius. Yeah. Dave has gone on to work for Real Madrid, and most recently was heading up the Rangers and Knicks. And now he is
Adam. For the audience, what teams are those?
So Dave's a smart guy that I think MLSE really screwed up by not making him the head of things, but that's just
so. That was a cool idea back in the day. I remember like when that was happening, me trying to like win tickets. It was just for the preseason, but like if you can give away the preseason tickets, you'll make it back in concessions and the goodwill you're getting from the PR from Coca-Cola, who's also giving you money to sponsor this event.
Having young fans go in.
This is still a money-making event, plus you get good PR.
Yeah, I think it's brilliant.
It was a fantastic idea back then, and it'd be a cool thing if Leafs brought it back.
Well, listen, I do think with Pelly at the head, we're seeing and we haven't really had the chance to really, really talk about this, but in our social media, not in our social media, in our text message conversations we have, the Leafs and the Raptors, as soon as the season's ended and Masai and Brendan were gone, and actually, it wasn't really Masai. It was once Brendan was gone. They completely changed their social media. Yeah. Like the Raptors had a draw the Raptor contest this summer, and the Leafs did a little bit of the same. And they're actually the social media now has a voice rather than just being like, here is the score, which you can get anywhere.
Right.
And I am curious because Keith made a real point of that in the press conference at the end of the season. We need the players and the organization to embrace the fans and media. And so I wonder what that looks like. And I wonder, Jesse, if that opens up room for things like that to come back.
You've been really putting an emphasis on the social media thing. Do you think it's an actual indictment on the organization as a whole, or if it's just like social media teams getting more free will?
I think what happened was
it's
in 2015, when 14 or 15, whenever Brendan was appointed, the Leafs culture and the dressing room had a huge amount of issues. And I think we know that, right? Yeah. There was partying, showing up late, hangovers, this. Nobody took being a Toronto Maple Leaf seriously. Yeah. And who could blame them? And so what Lou Lamoriello did and what Brendan did when they came in was they said, okay, we're shutting everybody off. Reporters are not going to be on the team plane anymore. You're not going to have the same access you did. You are not going into the dressing room.
You're not going to have facial hair.
We got these young kids coming in. We want to protect them and whatever. And they built they built a culture.
Yeah.
Because they had no guys left over from the Cujo, Roberts, Sundin era to carry forward the culture that the Leafs had started to create at that point. They'd blown it up in the preceding decade.
That became an issue at Sportsnet because the Leafs were loaded with rookies. And they're like, yeah, the rookies, they don't do interviews at intermission or whatever. And Sportsnet goes, okay, but what if one of them goes completely off? And then Matthews scores 4 goals.
Yeah, it's like, hey.
His first game.
You don't talk to him.
Yeah.
And Sportsnet was like, you're giving him
Here's
Matthews.
Connor Carrick.
Yeah, we're like, yeah, here's
Jake Gardner again.
He was Ron Hainsey before Ron Hainsey.
Oh,
Matt
yes.
Hunwick.
Matt Hunwick, the Hun Dog.
The outdoor game poster. They wouldn't put anybody relevant on the poster.
Legendary. That team had Marner, Matthews, Nylander, and the poster was
Bozak Hunwick,
Komarov,
All-Star,
and I think Morgan Riley.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Who
was a graybeard.
So I look at this and I go, okay, so they've built the culture. They had to get boring for a while.
Uh-huh.
They've built this culture. Matthews is the captain. He's been here for 10 years. Nylander's been there for 10 years. You've got really great personalities in that room now. Now it's time to take the next level and go, okay, now we should sell this a little bit. And I think that's what Pelly's going to do. I do think that there's going to be small incremental changes, nothing sweeping, but I do think that there's going to be, I think Jesse's experience down in the arena this year, assuming that we get press passes again.
Yeah, they haven't taken them away.
They haven't taken them away. That's great. Oh, yeah. I don't even know. Do we have to reapply, or is it like a dynasty league? How does that work?
I don't think you're asking the right questions right here.
Oh, okay. Well,
I don't know if you're asking the right audience.
I have to reach out to the
I don't know.
PR
I
team.
don't know if chat is going to know there. Comment section. Answer the question.
Let us know.
Yeah.
No, I just wanted to say, you said Matthews and Nylander have been here for a decade, and how dare you?
They have.
Nope.
Well, not have. I guess 8 years or whatever.
Wrong.
How long?
Guys, I don't care.
Oh.
They're still tiny children. They're still 22.
Austin was drafted in 2016 in the spring.
Last year.
2016
it was last year.
in the spring.
Nope.
It's going to be 2026 in 4 months.
I disagree.
Just throwing that out there.
Yeah, well, we all have opinions.
So the next thing I want to talk about, and this also came out this morning, which preempted what was going to be my top story again, is the Carolina Hurricanes have a new jersey. They basically, I sent it through to you, Jesse. There you go. This is their new road jersey. It features basically it's like a copy of their 2021 sort of Stadium Series jersey or whatever Heritage or whatever the hell they call that. And they've got a whole write-up. Originally debuted on ice during the 2023 Stadium Series against the Washington Capitals, this bold fan favorite makes its triumphant return with an away facelift for the 25-26 season. It's got the crest, which is the Stadium Series primary logo. On the right shoulder, they have a vintage Stormy, and Stormy is obviously their mascot. And on the left shoulder, they've got the North Carolina state flag. And if you are listening to this show, it's the Carolina Hurricanes swirly hurricane logo, but instead of white, it's black. Rest of the jersey's white. The shoulders are red with a black stripe, and then the base of the jersey is red stripe, black stripe, and then white stripe at the bottom.
Is Andrei Svechnikov getting Thanos snapped away?
Yeah, he kind of looks like he's disappearing.
Yeah. What happened?
Is the audience in the back AI?
God, I hope.
Oh,
not.
yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I think this is real.
No, that's AI.
No, this is real. They're cats.
What, dude?
They're all cats.
It's Tom Dundon's team. Of course, it's AI.
AI costs money. Smart ass.
Yeah.
No way.
How much do extras cost? A lot more.
I don't know.
But
depends which one you use.
There are some. Every time there's a jersey drop, there are extreme opinions. I watch this and I'm like, I don't know. This seems fine.
It's fine.
It looks fine. It's not world beating, but it's great.
I don't
Whatever.
know that this is a fan favorite. Like, that's just not a thing I've seen. But if it is, then great. The Hurricanes, though, are in danger of becoming the East Ducks. Hey, every year, here's a slightly different version of our same friggin' jersey.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the difference is the Ducks just slowly made a jersey that was terrible. Like, just so
Hayden likes the jersey, by the way.
Hayden, what are your thoughts?
The orange is
I saw the Ducks.
committed.
I saw orange on the Ducks jersey, and maybe a little biased. Orange is my favorite color, but I have to say, I was just happy to see a team that was not blue or white or red.
I
was like,
I actually agree.
sure, the orange is a little aggressive to the eyes, but so is the
lot.
Dallas Stars neon jersey. So I don't know. I saw an orange jersey. I was happy about it.
I'm talking more when they were black with orange, and then a little bit more orange, a little bit less orange, a little bit more orange. Here's some white with the orange, and here's the. Oh my God! It's the same jersey. Stop! The Islanders did that in, I want to say it was the late 90s or early 2000s. Trevor Linden was even on the ice going, "No more silly jerseys." That you can find that. It's from the 90s because I'm old. But they had the Captain Highliner jersey, like apologized for it. Got their logo back. Anyway, all that to say, this is the annual conversation. Is your jersey cool? Or is red and black just kind of nice?
It's mostly, I don't know, black. Now, we have another new jersey.
Hold it before we move on.
Okay.
I did some investigating on the AI controversy. It looks like it was real people.
I told you!
Because they released this video and there is a bunch of people there.
Okay,
so
you're right,
they
you're right.
did do a behind the scenes thing, and there's like a band playing. I'm not going to play the music, but there's a band playing with all of them in the jersey. So there was humans there to film the extras in the back.
Hockey players are so awkward. Like,
This is weird.
The band is playing around them and they're just standing staring
I
at them,
assume
dude.
this hits a little harder with the music. I'll play it again, but without the music, it just looks awkward.
Well, because it looks like a joyous thing, and the players are miserable.
Yeah,
They're not
they
happy
don't know
about
how to have personality.
it. No, but they were told, I'm sure, to look all stoic and...
Yeah, cool.
Have you guys watched
know.
the Cowboys Jerry Jones documentary on Netflix?
Yeah, it's probably my favorite watch of the summer.
Me too.
I have not seen it.
It's
really
it's so good. And you know what's amazing about that? All four of the real star players they talked to, from that Cowboys dynasty.
they all
So
gone?
Aikman, Emmett Smith, Michael Irving, and Deion Sanders. All four of them are like A+ electric personality. Like Troy Aikman's a little boring, but he kind of balances the rest of them out. And I'm like, that's star power. That is marketability, right? And I'm like, where is that in the I know there's guys in the NHL with that kind of star power. Like Deion Sanders is on there going, I am him. I am it. I was it. Like
There's like 6 of them, and 2 of them are brothers, and they're used all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. Hyundai commercial, or is it Kia? Whatever it is.
Whichever one they're beating.
Is it Wah or is it whatever? I don't know.
And their dad. Don't forget their dad.
And their dad.
Yeah, Keith's a funny guy.
Don't forget Keith Kachuk.
Keith was always funny. Okay, we got another one. Jesse, I sent it through to you. Say hello to the third jersey for the Ottawa Senators. Now, this one has red and gold and black, which are the Senators' colors. The red is most of the background on the body and on the arms. The gold, there is gold striping on the shoulders and on the elbows, and a black stripe. So there's a gold and black like Oreo cookie going on the arms, a double stuffed Oreo cookie, and then we have a gold band. I'm describing this in audio for people listening, around the bottom of it, and then black underneath that. The Senators logo is the same, so it's not those Senators logo where they're looking at you. And then the shoulders are black, and then they finish with gray. So right above your nips, it's like, or like collarbone level, it's black. I got to be honest with you, and it's not me being a hater on the Sens. I don't love this one.
No, it doesn't really work.
No, this sucks.
This one seems like it was designed by a bunch of guys who don't know anything about design, which I would say this is fair of the Sens front office.
Jesse,
They know how to make a good team.
I'm sending you a jersey that I think this jersey is ripping off. It was the first thing I thought of. Well, the first thing I thought of was, bleh. The second thing I thought was,
Is that how you really feel?
Yeah, no, yuck.
Not for
the
you.
Sens have some good jerseys.
They do.
Their black jerseys are sick. They're really
I
good.
hate the one that says Sens on it, though.
No,
So
I don't.
lame.
I don't like that one. No,
Don't
just
cheat like that.
The black
Come on.
one with their just the old, not Dion Phaneuf scary Sens head.
Yeah. That
Sens
never
head.
worked.
No, the sharp one.
All right, so we have the new Sens jersey.
This is the new Sens jersey,
All right.
and then the one I just sent,
And then we got the one Steve thinks it looks like.
which is the Toronto 6.
Oh, it is. It is the Toronto 6.
It's identical.
That is from the NWHL, by the way.
Obviously not identical, but
The only champions ever of the league? Didn't they win?
Yeah, they won twice in a row, I'm pretty sure. Was it 2 years?
I think they won like the 1 year and then they folded.
nah, they got caught in the COVID vortex. You're asking me
I
to remember
forget.
things
Champs at one point.
from the
Anyways,
18 months or so that
the
I'm not allowed to
jersey thing, you're right. It's not too dissimilar.
Oh my God, it's the same. You know what? That Sens jersey could benefit from a little more gold, a little less black.
It's not good.
It's not good.
No.
No, well, what makes the Toronto 6 jersey better is the not black on the shoulders.
The shoulders,
and
it
that's
looks
the worst
terrible.
part.
Looks
and
terrible.
Toronto part. It's
That
not,
helps.
It's not Ottawa, right? So
Right,
that's what
right.
makes it better. Yeah.
Is it okay
Big
to admit?
city flair.
Is it okay to admit that Toronto 6 was a terrible name? Can we say that now?
Yeah.
Okay, I fucking hated that
was
name.
bad name.
I'm like, it's a Drake song. Can you please, like, in 5 years, he may not be cool. Kendrick Lamar may bust him up at the Super Bowl in 5 years. You might not want that name, you know?
The Toronto Euphoria. They would have to change their name to Toronto Meat Grams.
It was always a bad name, and yeah, I'm disappointed that
But-
they went with that.
Better jersey.
Better jersey.
It is a better jersey.
Oh, then
Sen- the
the
Sens
6
took-
jersey's better than the Sens one?
Yeah, the Sens took the Toronto 6 jersey and they went, what if we just fucked it up? What if we just made it noisy as shit? Like, what if we just made it busy as all hell? Just
Yeah.
put it back up.
I don't have it up anymore. I'm looking at the championships. The Toronto 6 won. That league played 3 seasons, and the Toronto 6 were the final champions.
Oh.
They won the Isabel Cup
Well-
over the Minnesota Whitecaps in the 22-23 season.
Let's go.
Season 1, 6 games. Season 1.
Well, that was COVID.
Oh, right.
They started playing and then had to stop, I'm sure.
They still played the final, though.
Yeah, God bless them.
Yeah. Champs!
Yeah.
We did it.
You can never
We
take
did
that
it.
away from us.
No, we did it.
And you know what? We need our championships here in the city, so fuck off.
Exactly.
No, that, like, I feel like the Toronto 6 jersey is having a coffee on a dock on a serene lake with a loon call in the background. And the new Sens 3rd jersey is like morning on Wall Street. Like, it's just busy and noisy as shit. And if I'm a Sens fan, no, give me the black one.
Yeah.
Give me the regular home jersey and keep that shit tucked in a storage unit somewhere.
Also, small part about this thing, the worst way to introduce your jersey is to have a dude in the most business casual outfit try on the jersey.
He is a Sens legend.
Yeah. Do you know who that is?
I don't care who it is. Put a person on the ice and show a picture.
Yeah, Brady.
Don't
Brady
have
should be doing this.
Don't have your collared shirt under the jersey sticking out in front of a bunch of press people.
Yeah.
It's a lame way to announce a jersey. I'm sorry.
Former first overall pick Chris Phillips. He scored one of the biggest goals in Anaheim Ducks history. He
Is
scored on
Chris
his own
Phillips the person you want in his
2007.
business casual ass outfit introducing your jersey?
I think you'd probably want like Spezza or Alfredson.
Brady!
Brady.
Well,
Brady
Spezza still works for an NHL team.
Yeah, it's true. Okay,
We
Alfie.
just talked about how
Brady
the
would be
Tkachuk
perfect.
brothers are the only people with personality.
Oh, he might not
And
be
they
there.
didn't use that person to announce their jersey.
He's probably not there yet.
Film a video.
Yeah,
What did the Carolina Hurricanes do?
they shot a really
shot
awkward
up-
video. They spent more money
We're
than the Sens
talking about
did.
the Sens being noisy. They had a whole marching band.
Yeah.
I don't
going
know.
in circles
Yeah,
around.
the Canes spent like 50 grand on that video for sure. Like the Sens are like, here you go. Here's Chris Phillips.
No, we're gonna call Bruce Garriock to come down, take a picture of a business casual Chris Phillips in the jersey. Like that's my pitch. That's my pitch for announcing the jersey. And you guys are just on board with this.
Hey, Jesse, careful. You might turn into a local podcaster.
Like,
all right?
come on.
Oh, shit.
No,
Oh,
get Bruce
shit.
on the phone. We got some iPhone pictures to snap. Like,
No, Jesse would be distant podcaster.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't live there.
yeah, no.
Hey, you know what the Sens could have done? And somebody sent this to me just now.
Hired.
Why didn't they bring
This
back?
person.
Why didn't they bring back? You remember the jersey that Rihanna wore, the Sens jersey with the big O on it?
Damn.
That was a good jersey.
It's a good jersey.
That's a really nice jersey.
Worn by a talented lady.
Yeah,
They should have got her.
they should have got her. They should have got her.
She hasn't made an album in forever. You couldn't have got her?
Yeah, she's a billionaire.
She's got to be looking for work.
billionaire.
Oh, is she?
Yeah, with Fenty Beauty.
Oh, I got to Google that.
Yeah, you do.
I remember the Toronto 6 jersey, but I'm not up on Rihanna.
Yeah, well, that's not surprising. That's the least
No,
surprising news about
I'm
you.
also joking.
But
Dude,
if you told me that for real, I don't think anybody would be surprised.
the whole drive home from Kitchener last year, I just put on the best of Rihanna for like 2 hours.
She could do a whole
was
concert of
enthralled.
number one hits.
I was enthralled the whole time.
Yeah,
Banger after banger after banger.
it's great.
So
what's your
good.
favorite one?
Right Now, I think, is her most underrated song.
Yeah. But we are right now. Right now.
So get up right now.
Yeah, I love that.
Do you guys want more Sens jersey drama?
Yeah,
do
what
it.
do we have? There's drama?
So they did a video to accompany the Bruce Garriock press conference where he brought down his iPhone and took a picture of Chris Phillips.
No.
Love that.
And in the video, I'll play it right
There's
now.
no way he has an iPhone, by the way.
You know, BlackBerry?
I'm going to go with Google phone.
In
Or
the video,
Microsoft phone.
that they shot along with the jersey.
Oh, they do have a video.
They did do a video. It's not a very long one. And in the video, they use a jersey that has the C attached to it. And who do they have in that jersey?
Chris Phillips?
Not the captain, a generic human that they got to film the video.
So Brady was unavailable this
He's
summer?
coming up at the end. They don't show his face.
The C looks cool.
There's the jersey. It just says coming soon. And they couldn't get a player to do
Actually, it
anything.
says October Rune.
Oh, well,
right
it
there.
said
Oh,
October 13th.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, all right.
There you go.
It did say October Rune.
This is their announcement video. Not great. Didn't really show off the jersey. Just did a coming soon. Couldn't get a player. Hurricanes did it so much better, even though the band was awkward. Why'd you do this press conference with Chris Phillips?
The Sens have a legitimately very
still
good
lives here?
jersey. This stinks.
It was the Who Still Lives Here.
Yeah.
That's who it was.
Does he? I don't know.
You know what? You know what would have been perfect for this?
Yeah.
If Brady was unavailable, Claude Giroux. Claude lives there.
Oh, damn.
What's Claude doing this summer?
He's a popular guy.
I know. But you Claude. I know we had a bit of a contentious negotiation, but you're signed and you're here.
Fine.
Come on.
Come on.
It's almost like this doesn't come out till October 13th, so you could have waited till somebody was back in town.
I'm dying for a hockey team to keep it under wraps and just hit the ice with it.
Damn. Oh, that'd be awesome.
Like, and it doesn't have to be the opening night, because the opening night ceremonies are always so fucking long, whatever. I want you to be like, in warm-up, you wear your normal jersey, no one knows, and then you skate out and imagine the audience pop. You flip into those jerseys, even if they suck. And they're like, the announcers are like, what jersey are they wearing? And then like nobody knows anything. It'd be sick.
Imagine the Leaf Centennial. They had that dork-ass sharp leaf that they used to have.
Yeah.
That I didn't realize how bad it was until the new leaf showed up.
Well, that was the Harold Ballard leaf.
Oh my God,
Which is
it's
why
so
you
ugly.
they should have got rid of that a long time
It stinks, and then they come out in the new ones.
ago. And you're like, holy.
We wouldn't have paid attention to the game.
No.
Wouldn't have known
That
the
and
score.
then what you do is you don't make those available for sale before the game. But then
son of a gun.
then the announcer gets on the air and be like, those jerseys are now for sale, and like they just roll them out in the first intermission.
Only in
So-
the arena.
Only in the arena.
You should work for the Leafs.
That would take an enormous amount of NDAs. Like, how are you keeping that on the wraps through like Fanatics?
You have it in one store. You're right. You keep
They
it.
kept the moon landing under wraps, Jesse. They can do this.
Where are we going with this?
Sorry.
All right, Aaron Rodgers.
I'm inoculated.
I didn't realize this turned into McAfee. Like, is this Mondays with the Rodgers? Like, what's happening?
Oh man, is that coming back? By the way,
I don't know. I hope not.
because
The world doesn't need that.
As a Steelers fan, I'm now more interested in that.
Oh yeah, you're tuning in.
I need to know. I need to know how how the genius of Aaron Rodgers is going to get us to 8-7.
Oh yeah.
By the way, everybody says and to the Pittsburgh fans in the audience, I love you so much. Everybody's saying with the Ravens and the Bengals that the Steelers don't have a hope in hell of making the playoffs this year.
Cool.
So so not only like usually we just lose in the first game of the playoffs. Now we won't even make that.
9-8 is what you're going for.
9-8. Sorry, I can't do math. Let's go to the third segment, which was going to be the lead segment, which is are the Edmonton media okay?
No, never.
Now
Strangest media corps in hockey.
and I got to say, there are some people handling the McDavid story great. Ryan Rishaug, for one, is like, here's my opinion on it. This is what I think, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But then there are those, and I think as a Toronto fan,
He might win the award for most normal.
100%.
Most normal Edmontoner.
Toronto, no, Edmonton media. Different.
Edmonton media-er.
People from Edmonton are great.
Yes.
Edmonton Media Corps.
Ed Money.
Loopy. And I look at the way he handled it on Twitter. I was like, okay, that's pretty fair. This is what he thinks, blah. And I think because in Toronto, we've never had a best player in the sport. I'm looking at the way Pittsburgh Media Corps handles anytime we bring up Crosby and him potentially not being there. I understand the fan reaction. The media reaction, it's like, well, you got to be a little more pragmatic. Your job is to go, yeah, it's a possibility.
Some people are going to yell at you that Matthews won the Hart. That is different.
That's not best player in the league. It's most valuable to his team.
This year.
Yeah.
This year.
Yeah.
Like
McDavid's been the best player in the sport since his second season in the league. And I say that because he broke his collarbone in the first, so it's not hard to
Crosby
hard to know.
has won, I don't know, 2 or 3 Harts, but he was widely considered the best player the whole time.
Yeah. Yeah.
There you go.
Generally the best player.
Yes.
And so we in Toronto have never had that. Kawhi was maybe as close as we got, and that was for a split second. Not even
not close. Like it was such a flash in the pan.
So maybe this is unfair of me because I've never had the best player in the sport on my team, but the Oilers have had that twice. Gretzky and McDavid.
Like undisputedly twice.
Yes.
That's crazy.
And that's cool. And the Penguins have had it
And
twice.
the Penguins too.
Lemieux, Crosby. And so when I look at the way that they've handled this, it's sort of fascinating because on one hand, you have everybody else going, well, that's a story. Mm-hmm. Not like a, oh my God, emergency. It's June 28th, 2026, and he's not signed yet. But hey, that could be a very interesting, spicy story, and we should probably set up the season and talk about the various things that make that interesting. Mm-hmm. And then you've got this unbelievable fawning for everything that McDavid is perceived to have done, and I'll get to what I'm talking about in a second. And then you get, and I'm not talking about on ice, and then you get this, well, none of these a-holes from any other market know what they're talking about, which we saw with Pittsburgh too.
Yes.
And I want to bring you to David. Is David Staples the urinal guy, by the way?
He's a lot of things, including the
You're gonna have to
urinal guy.
explain.
David
that to
Staples,
people.
at one time on Twitter, did not know the difference between a urinal and a hand washing station from a school. It's one of my favorite Twitter moments of all time.
It's like a metal sink in the middle of the room, and he's like, let's all piss in this. And like, just...
No,
And that's not... That, honestly, I'm not sure that cracks.
No, that's too funny.
Can you put it on the
Yeah. No. The way can you describe it?
Set
for
it up,
us
Jeff.
again,
Okay,
Steve?
okay. So it's a metal sink in the middle of the room. The last time I remember using one of these was in my elementary school.
Yeah, it's the things you step on and they spray water, right?
Yeah, you step on the bar at the bottom, and the urinal. Sorry, I'm reading the David Staples tweet. The urinal needed to solve lineups at Rogers Place. Fast, efficient. Keep your eyes in the sky and do your biz. Sick of hearing about this. Keep your eyes in the sky. You're going to be face to face with another man.
that's so many dicks.
He took a picture
That's so many
of the
dicks.
sink washing thing that you see in elementary school, and he tweeted it out and said, "This is the urinal
Yes.
that the Rogers Place needs so that the bathrooms go faster."
Right.
He thought this is what they need to put in the Rogers Place.
Knights of the cock and balls table. Like, look at this thing.
Do you know how many lawsuits the Oilers would have if they actually instituted something like that? People with like body cams and shit. Like that is zero thought went into this, and then somebody obviously said that's for hand
That was
washing.
2017.
2017.
That's for hand washing, David.
Yeah, all of the embedded stuff in the article here on SB Nation.
Title
It doesn't work anymore.
is please don't pee in hand washing station.
Imagine you just pee and then bend over and then you wash your hands. It's very convenient.
Dude, we what was it? It was the out.
They did their due diligence in this article.
SB Nation used to be fired.
They,
man. It used to be unbelievable.
On the SB Nation article, they put up a post to stainless steel circular classic washing fountain
They have
where you wash your hands.
Oh my god, man.
And then
Please just let me pee.
this is a
great.
long article. Oh my god.
They really broke this down too. They were like, how many people could pee in the station? They have a whole thing.
They made a graphic about like where you can stand around the hand washing station
And where your pee would go.
and where and looking at the other dudes.
Where are you aiming?
They got a good amount of dudes here.
Man, whoever
They
wrote this article.
surmise you're able to fit, what is that, 8 dudes?
Yo, this person
7
deserves a
dudes?
Peabody. This is incredible. Dude with terrible aim, everybody peeing, water coming out of the faucet.
No.
Dude, staring at you with the googly eye. I'm sorry. If you're listening to this and not, you have to go watch this one.
Oh, here we go. So David Staples did respond in comment to the article. He said, David Staples informs me he merely advocates the implementation of circular urinals, not urinating in the hand washing station.
Oh, okay.
So this post has been tweaked somewhat to reflect
Yeah,
that.
so like, I'm not saying piss in the
not
hand
saying-
washing station. I'm just saying make one
Like
to piss
this.
in.
Yeah.
I want to piss in this.
He wants a trough. He wants a trough there to pee in. Just not this specific one.
It's never not funny every time it comes up. Now, he was writing for the Edmonton Journal then, and it's listen, that's what he obviously it was funny.
Bring it up one more time. There it is.
The urinal needed to solve lineups at Rogers Place. Fast, efficient, keep your eyes to the sky, do your
my
biz.
God.
Sick of hearing about this. You know what's hilarious? Jesse, when you go down to Scotiabank Arena, do you use the same washrooms as the public?
No.
No. So isn't it interesting?
I didn't want to answer that question because that feels too bushy.
Yeah. Well, it's but it's
feels
true.
too privileged.
Yeah,
I should say.
and it is to be a reporter for any team.
Yeah.
And so I do find it funny that a reporter for the team that never has to use the public washrooms is like, I'm sick of hearing of this because it doesn't affect me.
Oh, Staples? Well, no. Well, he was advocating for the peoples. He saw the lineups at the washrooms.
Yeah.
He says, I can solve this. I'm advocating for the people. So he was doing a noble thing by trying to come up
He
with
was
an
being a
idea.
populist.
Yeah, he was trying to come up with an idea to save the time that people spend at the washrooms. And he thought this was the idea. It's just, that's a sink.
I feel like I just got off the ice. Like my lungs. Holy shit.
So-
but what's crazy? Sorry. There's
There's a story we got to talk about here, but
No.
Yeah, we'll talk about
We
McDavid
found
later.
the story.
yeah, this is the story. It's always the story.
this on the way home
Oh man, I'm dying.
from on the way back to your place, there's after the outdoor game in Hamilton between the Leafs and Sabres.
Yeah.
We just talked about the greatest hits from the Edmonton media, and it lasted the whole car.
Yeah, they're a wild group. Toronto media are they can be a pretty negative group.
Yes.
And of which we can be a part of. But like given what's happened to us, can you blame us? And I think the Edmonton media group are really interesting because they'll tell every other team, yeah, your reporters are really biased. And then,
Oh my God! With a straight face.
and they'll write pieces like this. And to be fair to them, they've got the two best players in the world for my money, and so they have the right to talk their shit.
And some of them have been covering the Oilers since the last time.
100%.
They have the two best players
Yes.
in the world.
And so, in the Edmonton Journal, where David Staples still writes, the headline is he's trying to find the razor's edge. Oilers hockey boss explains the holdup on McDavid's contract. Now, I've pulled a couple clips from this. If you want to read this, it's not behind a paywall, which we like. Paywalls are expensive and but important for journalism. But this one you can read.
He goes on to write, I have changed my mind. We must all piss in a square sink. I understand where I went wrong.
Oilers boss explains where you're pissing next season. No, sorry. Jeff Jackson, when asked about the Edmonton, about Connor McDavid, I can't stop thinking about the damn peeing.
Did you piss in a trough at Ralph Wilson Stadium?
Here's the thing, though, Jesse. You don't face the man you're peeing next to.
Is it Buffalo where they pee in the trough, or is it Pittsburgh?
At Pittsburgh, Buffalo was a trough.
It was a trough, right? Yeah, back in the day.
Pittsburgh was a nicer trough.
Okay, I haven't peed in that trough.
That's a nice trough. It's a good trough. The Buffalo trough is a trough. It's very Ralph Wilson, right? It's very Ralph Wilson. It's like just no frills. You're here to watch the Bills.
Sorry, here, I'll read. Jeff Jackson said, what Dave is failing to take into account is the cost of materials for pissing into circular or a square sink. At maximum, we'd have everyone pissing in triangles. Oh, my God.
That's the only thing that SB Nation article doesn't get into is they should have gone, well, if we tried a triangle shape or a square shape or rectangle pissing.
Right. Maybe it's not exactly the circle one.
Yeah.
I tell you what, if you want to make me feel better through the course of the season, after every Leafs loss, please send me a screenshot of the piss sink article.
Yeah, do that.
Holy shit.
If we're taking what David Staples said at face value, okay? If we say
facing the man pissing in front of you value.
If we're taking it
Literal eye contact.
at eye contact, pissing in each other's eyes, the face value, I don't even think that's a good solution. You shouldn't advocate for the people of your stadium to all be pissing together in a trough. Those places that do it down at those NFL stadiums, I don't think that's a good idea.
Well,
why do we want troughs?
I'll tell you something.
Jesse, you never want to just smell a nice asparagus piss river in Buffalo
disgusting.
or Pittsburgh. You never
what
just
blows
want
me
to
away about the piss troughs too is that there's never like a space for the pee to leave.
No.
It's like just a flat bottom sink.
We're all splashy.
It should like go to something. It should funnel into something.
No,
you know?
what's
that would
lame?
make too much sense.
Getting splashed by your own piss. You know what's worse? Getting splashed by a stranger's piss.
No, you wearing shorts today, Steve? Half your leg's gonna be pissed.
Yeah, you're gonna be breathing that shit in through your nostrils.
Yeah.
Nose, leg hair glistening.
Yeah.
With the piss of strangers.
Anyway, even if you wanted to do the piss trough, and
Like
it was a good
morning
idea,
dew, Adam.
it's not a good idea.
With the piss.
You know what I want? A belligerently drunk man, 9 beers in,
Yeah.
to piss straight ahead at me.
Deep in your eyes. No, he's gonna have his accuracy down 100%.
Oh,
He's gonna be Steph Curry at the free throw line.
I got to tell you, David.
He's definitely not gonna miss.
David, I got to give him credit for doubling down. He's like the article says he advocates. peeing
No,
in
you
a circle.
don't.
David.
you know how everyone doubles down these
be
days.
like, you know what? I screwed up. That's kind of funny. LOL.
It's the future. Everyone is bold with their wrong opinions.
Yeah.
Look at me.
That was a long time ago. Anyway, thanks for watching.
He was a forerunner in the be wrong and double down and be stubborn about where you piss. Holy shit. I don't know. It's weird McDavid hasn't signed.
Yeah, so there was an interview, obviously, and Jeff Jackson said we're not nervous about the McDavid thing. And in The Athletic today, too, Stan Bowman, in an interview, says we're not nervous about it. We're waiting for Connor to feel like he's comfortable. And it's really interesting. So Bob Stauffer, who runs, I think, the most influential traditional, and I say traditional media, like non-digital media show in Edmonton. That Bob Stauffer show on the Oilers, he has the best guests. He knows a lot, and he's pretty entertaining.
Also on the Mount Rushmore of Edmonton normal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, Bob said, I think this deal is going to be done by August 28th. We've now passed that. And now Bob is saying, well, by the end of the season. And
end of the season?
That's a big difference. And here's what Jeff Jackson had to say. He's trying to find the razor's edge. And the razor's edge is basically how much money can I make without screwing over the rest of the roster, right? I want to play with good players, okay? So I want to make the most money in the league, but I also would like to play with good players. And hey, Leon's making 14. Leon is already undervalued at $14 million. We know that, okay? So what Stauffer said was, frankly, I'm not that concerned, and I don't think you should be either. It is McDavid watch in oil country, but maybe it shouldn't be that big of a story. Now, later in the article, he's talking about McDavid, and this is where it gets a little squirrely for me. He says he wants to find the razor's edge where he gets paid for the star player that he is, that allows the team to surround himself with the best players that they possibly can, gives them the option beyond next year to bring in new guys. McDavid, so then later on, the next paragraph, he goes,
we have a massive urinal to pay for, and we can't. Sorry.
That's actually where they got the arena design. No, I'm kidding. McDavid is used to, this is him saying this. McDavid is used to living on that razor's edge. It's how he plays the game.
Damn.
He's as details-oriented as they come. He fanatically builds up his skill and works on his moves until he's ready to skate on that razor's edge in a brutal game, pushing his speed, pushing his edges, pushing his moves to the limit between safety and danger and failure and success.
As a fellow author who has
That's good.
a lot of experience stretching word count, this is excellent.
He said, that's how McDavid rolls, it seems to me, with almost a grim determination to drain every drop of talent out of himself that he's got by hammering those details like no other.
This is about a contract.
This is about a yeah. And so then he goes on to say he's negotiating on the razor's edge, thinking in a way, frankly, most people never think, because it's not in their nature to dig in the details so ferociously and conscientiously. That's way too much effort for most of us. And I was like, wait a second. Are you claiming that McDavid is the only player in the league who's like, only good player in the league who's like, I'd like to make some money, but I'm going to take less than I'm worth because I'd like to be surrounded by other players?
That is one sentence.
That's one sentence. He's
I'm
negotiating.
sure it's more complicated than that, but it's one sentence.
He's negotiating on the razor's edge, thinking in a way, frankly, most people never think because it's not in their nature to dig into details so ferociously and conscientiously. That's way too much effort for the most of us. That's 2 sentences. And then at the end of the article, and this is the part that really blew me away, is, but good for McDavid. I entirely approve.
I'm glad.
So hold on. So we're saying the best player in the league is unsigned. Mm-hmm. One of the greatest experts in Edmonton, Bob Stauffer, was saying, I think it'll be done by October 28th, and it's not. And we also know that there's been very limited contact between his agent, Judd Moldaver, excuse me, and Jeff Jackson, who is Judd's former boss. And McDavid's former agent.
That's so crazy.
Okay, so there's very little back and forth.
Yeah,
and then they're spinning it as, this is good though. I approve.
And listen, Bob is
you're putting a lot on Connor here. He might just be like, yeah, I'd like to see how the season goes. Like what they're doing is they're creating, like, Connor McDavid is so smart that he's not even going to sign. He might even go to free agency. That's how smart he is.
I think Oilers fans desperately need to set boundaries for their own dread.
Okay. Yeah, we didn't do that here. We should do.
No, we didn't do that here. So learn from us.
Yeah.
You're better than Torontonians, right? Of course you are. You're from Edmonton. So learn from our mistakes where we worried about Nylander and we worried about Mitch, who I know are not the same, but, you know, star players, and we were worried that they hadn't signed, and what's our team going to look like if they don't sign? Similar in spirit. We worried about them every day until it got done. Mm-hmm. With McDavid, I think you need to just be like, I choose my drop dead date to be September 30th. And then I'm going to stop worrying about it.
We did that with Mitch this time.
And enjoying the season. I'm going to enjoy the season. Every Oilers loss cannot be punctuated with, and they also might lose McDavid.
That's wait till their first losing streak.
And every win cannot also be punctuated with,
he's staying. He's stay, or, man, enjoy it while it lasts, because we're going to lose McDavid. You gotta choose. Okay, that's fine for the fans. That's fine for the fans. But the media spin here is McDavid's so smart, that's why he hasn't signed. That is not why Connor McDavid hasn't signed.
Oh, we can't wrap our
that what
Toronto
he said?
heads around.
That's what he said in the article.
That's your
I approve
interpretation.
of his because he squeezes every detail out of this like he's milking a cow. It's crazy.
One thing that I think is just career death is criticizing Connor McDavid
Yeah, I think that's fair.
for no good reason.
But you don't need to criticize him. But you could say, hey, listen, Bob Stauffer said it, I think, pretty well. It's not that big of a story, but he didn't say yet. And we said this yesterday. It's going to be a bigger story every single day. It gets a little bit bigger, a little bit bigger, a little bit bigger. This is going to happen slowly over time. But if we get to the... Tell me how you're feeling, boys, Jesse and Steve.
Yeah.
We get to the Olympic break and Connor McDavid hasn't signed a contract.
What's
that feel like? What's that world look like?
You set your deadline for, I'm not going to worry about it. Then there comes a time where it's reasonable to worry about it. And that's around the Olympics. And then I think once the trade deadline passes, what are you going to do? Just focus on trying to win a cup.
Mm-hmm. But you got to talk about it.
Then you lose your mind. And I think that's okay. And you're going to have the energy to lose your mind because you didn't spend the whole year.
You know where this story is going to get nuts, though? The last two Octobers, the last 2 Octobers, Edmonton's had garbage starts. That happens again this October.
Oh, my God.
Oiler fans are going to be fine because they know this drill.
Yes.
The rest of the league is going to be like, well, that's when the heat's going to kick up. Now, Mark Spector wrote an article, and I want to see when it was published here because it was recent, September 2nd, so yesterday. And I'll just pull one thing out of it. He said, here in a city where Lucy, this is a Peanuts reference, where Lucy has pulled the football away for 2 straight springs, the realization that the job is not done until it is completed has been crystallized. As such, quote, he'll be signed by opening night on October 8th. Book it. Can never be too far from, but what if he's not? I think Mark makes a good point there. Mm-hmm. But this is where Mark loses me. Still, as the discourse from the Toronto-based insider...
Shut the fuck up. Sorry, play it again.
As the discourse from the Toronto-based insider shifts from it'll happen by opening night to the season may start without a deal, people aren't walking around Edmonton reminding each other the way Wayne Gretzky was traded 37 years ago, that anything can happen. And listen, he's absolutely right. Gretzky was traded because the Oilers could not afford to make him the most expensive player in the league anymore. Yeah. They had to trade him. Turned out to be really good for the league, not great for Gretzky's future cups, of which there were 0.
Yeah.
But where you lose me here is the Toronto-based insiders. Because here's the deal, man. I get that there's some antipathy. That's the word. Towards Toronto and specifically towards Ottawa from the West. I lived out there. I get it. But I don't think anybody in Edmonton's like, man, Elliot Friedman and Chris Johnston, willfully ignorant, and they're in the Leafs' pocket.
Like
nobody, no, never.
I'll call it out for what it is, cheap and ignorant.
And
it's cheap and ignorant.
And that's, by the way, taking a shot at somebody you work with. And what he's doing is he's taking the conversation away from McDavid hasn't signed yet to these Toronto guys always trying to screw with us good people here in Edmonton. Mm-hmm. That's not what's happening.
Well, from now on, whenever Elliot breaks Oilers news, I'll wait till Mark confirms it. I'll just wait.
No. Not to make it about that.
I fucking hate that shit. I hate that shit. I'm Canadian. I've been all around Canada, and I've loved every place I've been in Canada. Why do you hate this place on principle? And he does.
Oh yeah, for sure he does.
He does, and I hate it, and I hate when everyone does it.
And nobody here hates Alberta.
It's like a hack comedian. I hate that shit. And it's not just when he does it. I fucking hate that.
He's playing to what his perceived base is. I don't think the younger generations hate the East the way the older ones do. I'm sure some of them.
I don't give a shit if they do.
We shouldn't be hating each other.
Why do you hate a place you've never been or never lived? Fuck off.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. So this is where that's 2 different spins. The first one is fawning over McDavid, and again, we've never had a player of McDavid's ilk in Toronto, so we don't know what it's like. The other one is, these Toronto guys, make sure you don't trust them, even though one of them works at my network.
Yeah, trust me, man.
And
Go piss in a circle.
I just think I just think that part of it is going to be fascinating to watch. Because if listen, McDavid could sign tomorrow. This is a non-story, right? But if he doesn't, this has the potential not just for fans to get on the Oilers about it, because the Oilers have gone to the Stanley Cup final 2 years in a row. We can argue that the Florida Panthers are the NHL's greatest villain. The Oilers in the West are the NHL's greatest villain.
Hey, man.
And they should be. That's the way it works.
Do you want to shit your pants right now?
Give it to me.
You're not going to believe where Connor McDavid works out in the summer.
Where?
Not there.
Toronto-based Connor McDavid?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Well, and that's not what we're saying. I'm not saying he's a Leaf. I'm just saying it's like...
No. I'm just...
If it's not a
I'm getting caught up.
Here's the thing. If it's not a big story, why on September 2nd and September 3rd are two major publications writing about it and going, it's not a big story? Because it's a big story. That's because it's a big story. Because it's the biggest player in the game. And we need to stop... If LeBron was unsigned and thinking about leaving LA, I think that's a big story.
Nah.
It's crazy.
Okay.
Now, do you want to hear a little bit of Brad Treliving and Pierre LeBrun? Because they talked.
Yes.
Okay.
No.
So, a lot of people are wondering about what the Leafs will do with the rust. They have a lot of bodies, right? And I mentioned two of them earlier. Conf and Yarncroke are guys that we kind of thought were gone.
They have
They're still
at
here.
least 15 forwards, yeah.
He said, Pierre LeBrun asked him about it, and he said, Brad said, if you can find a way to make yourself better, I think you do that all the time, leading up to camp, throughout camp. At this stage, we'll probably go into camp as we are right now, but who knows, right? We'll continue to look. We have a lot of bodies right now. We do have some cap space. We want to see how things play out, at least getting into camp. And then you got 3 weeks before the real bullets start flying. But yeah, we certainly continue to look at whether there's a way to help us. So then he follows that up with, and this is interesting. We got a couple of young guys that will make it interesting to see where they're at, especially with, and the first name out of his mouth is Easton Cowan. Mm-hmm. The second name is Matthias Michelli, which was, I think, if he turns into what he was 2 years ago, is a nice pickup.
Of course.
And Dakota Joshua. And he also mentioned Nick Roy as well, or Nick Waugh. Mm-hmm. Dakota Joshua and Matthias Michelli both needing to come back. But Easton Cowan being the first guy is interesting to me because I do wonder what they're looking at there. Like, are they really thinking that this is a guy that could make the jump to the NHL this season? Or do you go, no, you got to go to the AHL. We have 15 NHL forwards.
I think he's gonna have every opportunity. Listen. You don't give away spots in the NHL, and you definitely don't give them away when you won your division last year. You make it hard. Make it hard for the kid. If he has a preseason like he did 2 years ago, he might make the damn team. Mm-hmm. If he had a preseason like he did last year, he's not going to come close to making the team, and he'll be sent down to the Marlies in short order. And both are good results. If he earns the spot on the team, he earns the spot on the team authentically. And if he goes down to the minor leagues, that's what they're for. You develop a guy. I don't think there's a bad scenario with Easton Cowan.
I like that. Now, the more interesting one is the Anthony Stolarz extension. And I want to hear both of you on this one. We've certainly explored some things with Anthony and his representative, and we'd love to find a way to get something done. If there's something that both sides are comfortable with, we'll look at it. And we've been in those discussions for some time right now. We'll see what's coming in, or what the coming days bring. So does that say to you, Jesse, you've talked to Brad. You're the only one on this show that's talked to him direct.
Okay.
I've never had a chat with Brad Treliving. I don't think Steve has either. So you've talked to him face to face. Steve, stop it.
I don't know.
What is Brad saying with that? When he says, and we've been in those discussions for some time right now, we'll see what is in the coming, or what the coming days bring.
All right.
Is that him going, there could be something on the way, or is that him going, we're nowhere fucking close?
I think if you look to how Brad Treliving has done business, there is a history there of locking guys up before they do the thing. So Anthony Stolarz this season, it's a wait and see because he only still has less than 100 career starts as a starter in the NHL. It's not a lot. Last year was his first full season as an NHL starter, and he didn't even make it through that season. Mm-hmm. So this season, once again, full-time starter, he could go out there, start 50 games, have a .950 save percentage, and all of a sudden his number's 8 million. And Brad Treliving does have a history of, hey, I'm going to lock him up for 3 years here at something like 4 million or 5 million or whatever that number is before he peaks at his best. So I think like they're looking at that right now as we can lock him up before he has the season where he really takes off.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing Brad Treliving does. So I think they're in serious discussions of like, we're going to do this now just in case he has another all-star year.
He's 31, going to turn 32 in January. And he's at 142 career games with a career high of 34 games played last year.
Okay, so you said 142. I was a little off.
Well, yeah, but you said starts.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
who knows how many of those were starts? The amount of times he's been over 20 games is 3.
Yeah, that career high of 32 like starts last year. That's the key right there for the Leafs.
He
Because
just played back-to-back 20-plus game seasons for the first time.
if we're going to pay you those millions that you want, we have to know you're our starting goaltender. And because they have... Oh, go ahead.
He's only started 116 of those 140.
There you go. Yeah. 116 starts. It's not a lot. There
not a
isn't
lot.
of history here with Stolarz going year in, year out as number one. So they do have Joseph Woll locked up for 3 years now at 3.6, which is a great number. But you're not going to pay Stolarz a whole bunch because you have that assurance. You're not going to pay him a whole bunch of money up front because you have a backup there. So you got to find a middle ground there. It's about the wait and see game or pay him early so you get the number cheaper.
You got to think that that's a 4-year deal, right?
At 31, take him to 35.
Well,
That's what 36, right? Because it wouldn't start till next season.
Right, yeah.
this is not going to happen, but under the new rules, you can still sign an 8-year deal up to, September 15th? I'm not going to say he's signing an 8-year deal.
Well, if you sign an 8-year deal, bring that AAV down.
I mean,
Why
it
not?
definitely would.
And you can do those bonuses, can't you? That's not implemented yet.
I don't even know. Yeah, you could, in theory. It'd be interesting. It's a potential. I don't think they're going to do it, but it's something to keep an eye on over the next week or two. I have no idea what his number would be.
Well, and if what our previous segment is to be believed, it might actually be beneficial for you to have 2 goalies in the playoffs that are making multiple millions, so you can scratch one of them.
It's
Right?
nuts. Right?
It's kind of not. And I look at so one of the best goaltending tandems, if healthy in the league, I think is Vancouver. If Demko is healthy, I love Lankinen. I think so many teams missed the boat on that guy, and he waited and he waited and we waited till camp last year, and then he was looking for teams that he's going to get the opportunity in. And look at what I think he had $25 million or whatever, 5-year 25 or something.
That sounds right.
I think if that tandem's healthy, that's a great tandem.
I think like that number 2 is in the ballpark of Stolarz, right?
I would
5
think
times
so.
25 or 5 times 5.
Because there's a guy that wasn't really proven. He'd played well in Nashville and wherever else he'd played before. But let's have a look at Kevin Lincoln here.
And that the $2.5 million that Stolarz is making this current season is the highest amount of money he's made in his career.
Damn.
The deal before with Florida was $1.1 million, and everything before that was less than $1 million. He's 31 years old. There isn't like a lot of track record.
Kevin Lankinen, 163 games total, 150 started before he signed that deal. So he has better numbers than Stolarz did.
And he's 30.
Yeah, 30.
And age 30. To me, that's the direct comparable.
Yeah.
But if you're Anthony Stolarz, do you want to sign that deal now? I think you do. Because Anthony Stolarz has injury history, and it's significant. And I think you do want to get that deal done, so then you're like, at least my family's taken care of.
I would like term.
Do you know your pressure points in your neck?
No, if I did know them, my neck wouldn't suck. What are they?
I think Treliving right now, his pressure point on Anthony Stolarz is the injury history. And he's
100%.
saying, lock this thing up so that you have assurances for you and your family and all the millions of dollars you can make. Because if you go in this season, you get injured again, nobody's paying you $7 million to play goaltender because you can't be trusted. But Anthony Stolarz might want to bet on himself and say, if I go out there and I'm a number 1 starter for the Toronto Maple Leafs, I have a $7 million contract from the Edmonton Oilers waiting for me, like I'm Jack Campbell.
It's true. Wow.
Oh.
And he can go back there because he was an Oiler. Oiler draft pick, I think. The Leafs, I was going to say their leverage is, well, we could always just go with Woll. But, listen, I love Woll. I think he's good, and I think he's going to get better. Stolarz was fucking unbelievable.
I think that is leverage in my eyes.
Yeah.
I think the playoffs are his leverage. Because what happened, one of the things that Anthony Stolarz did that Joe Woll does not do, and I hope he worked on this summer, was handle the puck. The
Yeah,
Leafs
man,
defense
what a
got
difference.
fucking hammered.
What a difference.
When Stolarz went out, because Woll can't stop it and clear it the same way that Stolarz can.
Yeah.
I guess you guys are lower on Joe Woll than I am.
I love him. I love him. I love him, but I think that I think he is younger and therefore has less development time than Anthony Stolarz does. I think Anthony Stolarz is, when healthy, a complete NHL goalie.
I tried to talk myself into, Stolarz, because of his numbers and the lack of games played in his career, maybe he signs a deal similar to Woll's. And no, that's Cope. Woll was an RFA when he signed that deal. The Lankinen deal actually kind of sounds reasonable. It sounds like that could be.
And I don't hate for the next 3 years after, or I guess 2 years after this one, because this is the first year of Woll's contract.
Yeah.
If you have $8 million roughly,
Yeah.
$8.5 million signed up in your goaltending, that's next year's cap. That's less than 10%. That's amazing.
Here's
that's a really good position to put yourself in.
The big difference is Lankinen's played over 30 games 3 times, and he played 51 last year.
Yeah.
Stolarz has never come close.
Well, then there's your reference point. So Stolarz is going to say, well, look at what happened in the playoffs.
Yeah.
No disrespect to Joe Woll, who was very, very good.
He was the only reason the Bruins series wasn't like a sweep.
Yeah, 100%.
In 2024.
And listen, Ilya Samsonov would have been the reason it was a sweep.
Yes.
The way he played. But I look at that, if you're Brad and you're looking, well, we pay you for the regular season. And if we take your closest comparable, and let's say in this case Lankinen is one of them, you've never got close to 40 games.
Yeah, he's a really difficult one to pin down.
So what if it's 4.5 over 4?
Gimme. All day, gimme.
I'm Stolarz. I say no.
Okay, the cap's gone.
Oh, I was saying as a fan.
Okay, as a fan.
yeah.
Okay, what
Yeah,
about
it's like-
5 million over 4? Let's say it's a 4-year deal. I'm just going to say 4.
Yeah.
5 million.
I think that's right around where it would get done on both sides.
Okay.
Pretty damn good deal
Yeah.
for a goalie who has not played
For everybody involved, I think that's pretty good.
5.5 over 4.
Pushing it.
Yes, getting up there.
6 over 4.
Oh.
Wow. All right. Okay. Interesting. I just want to know I wanted to check the temperature. That's
It's not
so
bad.
good.
He has been so good.
It's,
When he's playing.
unreal.
Yeah.
He's in dating back to Florida too, where I was like 908. What the? I'm looking at Kevin Lankinen's page. In Florida, he was a 925 in 27 games. He comes to Toronto, he's a 926 in 34 games. He was 16-7-2, and then he was 21-8-3. The guy didn't lose.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And Adam, you talk about like being around the team and that sort of stuff. One thing, I don't know if you guys picked it up through some of the scrums and that sort of stuff, but they always talk about how much of a screamer he is in net.
Yeah.
And how he commands the ice when he's in net, and they love it. They love it because he's adding direction to the play and to what everybody should be doing, just like a quarterback would in a huddle or when he's on the field and calling things out. Like, he's telling guys, you should be in this position, get back here. He's very demanding when he's on the ice, and I think it adds to what they're doing overall as a team. And I think Berube loves it too.
So the Leafs the Leafs play kink is that they love to be dominated. Is that what you're saying?
I didn't think you needed to bring it there.
But I feel like that's
I don't
a
know.
fair comparable. He's team daddy,
Damn.
right?
I mean-
he's goalie daddy.
Yeah. Sorry. Sometimes
Yell at me, daddy.
you're like, here it is, Steve, knock it out of the park. And I'm like, I don't know what to do with this ball. I'm afraid of this ball.
Stolarz has been fantastic when he's healthy.
Yep.
And there's no denying that. The numbers are all there. His attitude's there. Guys love him. The Leafs love him. So I think they get it done. It's just a matter of, are we comfy with the number?
There's no reason for Brad Treliving to talk about this unless things are going well.
His agent's Darren Ferris.
No, what he isn't.
Friggin' isn't. I was like, what? No, it is not.
Who is his agent? I never cared about that until Puckpedia. And now I'm
it
like,
matters.
this is
Alain Roy.
very important. Alain Roy.
Wow.
Who else does he have? How many Leafs?
You want me to look at his like?
Yes!
Okay.
Now!
Is Alain Roy one of those agents who's like, I have all goalies?
It sounds like it.
No, actually, 20. A lot of players. Too many.
Damn.
Yeah.
How many Leafs?
64 active contracts.
64 Leafs.
RSG Hockey LLC is the
All right.
agency. Sports group. 4 Leafs.
He's going to sign Leagueman.
4 Leafs.
8
There you
years.
go.
Dude, I kind of like that. I kind of like that a lot. That would be nice. We'll see what happens. I'm still not.
Oh, dude, this is actually good. Thank you for asking.
What?
One of his other clients, Joe Wall.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah.
He has both the Leafs goaltenders.
So that's so interesting because he's going to be fighting for what's best for Anthony Stolar's career. But he also has to consider, well, like, Joseph Woll's my client, and I got to do what's best for him also. Mm-hmm. Fascinating. Very interesting.
I'd love to know Alan's opinion on negotiating when you have 2 guys competing for a spot.
Alan Walsh or Alain Waugh?
Alan Walsh.
Okay.
Like, has he ever had a guy or 2 guys who were on like the same line?
Yeah.
Or like one was a 4th liner and the other guy was scratched, and they're both going for the same spot.
I'm sure he has.
When are you recording AP?
Tomorrow.
There you go.
That's another
think-
topic. I actually want to ask him about the Kawhi stuff too. I gotta know.
Get ready to drink from a friggin' fire hose, SDPN fans.
It's gonna be nuts, man.
SDP, CJ Show, AP, Drew and Stu's already friggin' going. Jesse is doing Jay stuff for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
What else we got going on? Friggin' nailing the apex is nailing you right in the dick and balls. And, sorry,
At the urinal.
at the urinal.
the circular urinal.
Bang on.
Everybody's
Anyway,
at the sink hitting digging balls.
I'm excited.
I'm holding back on some of the things I'd like to say about that, but yeah, there's a lot of jokes that I think might.
Oh, the urinal?
The urinal thing.
Oh, I think we spent 20 minutes
I
on
know,
that.
but there's more out there.
Should
There's
add
so
it.
much
It
more.
Should've gotten
might-
fix.
It might not even be on Oilers media Mount Rushmore. Like, it's so... The history is so rich.
It's beautiful.
It's beautiful.
The best thing the internet did was bring us all closer together so we could see it.
I disagrry.
See the
But-
dick and balls.
Yeah.
Is that what it's done?
Hey,
Is the name of the trough the internet? Sorry.
Marco Rossi and the Minnesota Wild got their deal done this summer.
Boo!
5 years.
Cancel the
sorry,
segment.
3 years, $5 million. And there was a lot of 7-point-something millions thrown out there.
Yeah.
It's a 3-year deal. He makes $5 million a year for a guy that had a pretty good regular season, but played like 11 minutes a night in the playoffs. And then wanted to be traded, and the Wild were like, "Yeah, but we can't."
And still had 3 points in 6 games.
Yep, I feel like that's pretty fair, right?
Oh, it's extremely fair.
My question is, does he last there, or do they still try to trade him because of how that went, or do you just move on?
I mean, with the cap going up the way it is and the season he had last year, I think that 5 million number is going to look so nice. Like, as time goes on.
Make him an attractive target.
It's nice this season. It's going to be nicer next. It's going to be nicer the year after that. You know, the underlying thing with a contract is always, yeah, but you got to keep it up. Well, obviously. But there's every reason to think this kid is going to be at least this good for the remainder of his career. I never understood the Marco Rossi stuff. I never got why they were trying to get rid of him. Maybe you assume you get a haul for him. You'd probably get a haul for Kaprizov. Like, why stop there? You know, like...
You could strip it down and get... look at the Sabres. They stripped it down, and they got
Just
so
keep
many
going.
assets.
Just keep going. They got all the
They
picks.
keep getting assets. It's crazy.
Yeah, and they built a winner in a different state. Like...
Several different, actually.
Several different states. I never understood the Marco Rossi stuff. I think it's a good deal. And it's going to be a great deal for the kid.
Yeah.
Because if he does real good for these 3 years, you get to ask for the sun and the moon.
Now, is producer Hayden excited about it? He is our resident Minnesota Wild fan. I got to know.
I was going to say, like, the whole, like, the fact that this deal has taken so long to get done is honestly kind of annoying to me. Like, I've been angry. Just get it done. You don't have a second line center. He's a kid who, I don't know if you guys know the backstory, like, he had COVID so bad he could barely walk. Like, it was a big news story where he's from when he, like, started skating again. So the fact that he played the last 2 seasons, he's played 82, and then it was 40 points and 60 points. I don't see a 23-year-old RFA. Like, why do you move on from that?
There was progression too.
Exactly. He played the same amount of games back-to-back years and had 20 more points than he did the year before.
Yeah, filled in when you needed the help.
Yeah, and like Bill Guerin, all the stuff that he's done, like bringing in Fleury and getting Wallstead, getting Gustafsson, and all that stuff. If he can't get Kaprizov done in this Rossi stuff, is kind of shaking my confidence a bit.
Interesting.
Send this to Wild Bill.
Oh.
Let him know. Let him know what Hayden's thinking. Wouldn't that be amazing?
Jesse, do you have anything on Rossi that you want to add, or should I move on to Rasmus Andersson?
It was ridiculous that conversation took place for so long. We all sat here and were like, this is a very good player. Why do you want to get rid of him? And the rumors about like, oh, they don't like him. He didn't show up in the playoffs. And I was like, this is a fucking good player. Sign him.
Also,
It was very odd.
as a Leaf fan, maybe my bar is messed up, but like 3 points in 6 games could be worse. For a guy playing 11 minutes?
Yeah. They complain about his size or whatever, but like, who cares?
Okay, well, he scored for you while he was that
What
size.
about the goals?
Yeah.
Like, I think that's how you win hockey games.
Listen, you can't have a team full of Marco Rossis, but you can have one.
Yeah.
And like, you need this position too. It's not like it was an empty or a slot that's filled on your roster. Plus, he's under control. You're trading him while he's an RFA. Like, it would have been one of the most egregious mistakes to move on.
Unless they get like a Bo Byram for him or something like that. But Bo Byram makes 8.
No, you just
7.5?
go out and get Christian Dvorak for almost the same amount of money. Problem solved.
Oh, I
Right?
forgot about that
Like-
deal. That's Flyers, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And this feels really cheap. Like $5 million for this player seems good.
It's good.
He's going to grow into it too.
And if he's good, they can always trade him and get assets, like he wanted them to this year. I don't know. I feel like there's like one of the things that I think players forget. And you know, when you're 23 and you're ambitious, you just really want it all to happen right now. He's got a spot on the team. You go to another team, maybe the coach doesn't like you. Maybe you know what I mean. Like that, you gotta enjoy this.
I wonder where expectations are at within the Wild organization and with himself. Because I remember Scott Wheeler was all over Marco Rossi.
like in his prospect stuff.
When he was first drafted, like this kid's gonna be. But like Hayden said, he had friggin' like bad long COVID.
Oh, hold on. There you go.
He was bedridden for like a few months. Like he was like in a hospital bed on a ventilator for a long time.
Yeah, like
his
incredible. He's playing at all.
The fact that he's able to walk is incredible, let alone play pro hockey. So the fact, and like I say, the amount of games he played, I don't know why you move on.
Yeah. So you were talking about like being young and everything. Well, you're elite at what you do. He was a top 10 pick, I believe. Ninth. There you go. And top 9 pick. And he probably had certain expectations for how his career was going to go. And the Wild probably had certain expectations for how his career was going to go. It hasn't gone that way for circumstances beyond everyone's control. But once you're drafted, I mean, you're some guy in the organization. Whether you're looked at that way or not, you
got to earn the spot.
Marco Rossi to me is doing very well, and he's progressing on a good trajectory. He filled in when you needed him to. You barely played him in the playoffs, and he still did okay. I'm not understanding. Why wouldn't you commit to this person?
Yeah, and at the end of this contract too, he's so young, he'll still be an RFA.
Yeah, he's
like,
26, right?
He's not even going to hit free agency when this contract expires.
Maybe Bill Guerin's stupid like a fox, and this was all just leverage.
Yeah, I could see that.
It's 5 times 3 is downright reasonable.
Yeah, this all could have just been games.
Yeah, I didn't know he was an RFA at the end of this as well. Like that's incredible.
Yeah.
That's because I was saying, oh man, he could take him to the cleaner. Oh, not necessarily.
No, they didn't even buy any free agency years here.
Crazy.
Michael Backlund was in the like the media tour for the NHL Europe, because they always do one in Henderson, Nevada, which Steve has been to. We make fun of him for it.
Yep.
And they also do one in
We
Europe.
love Anderson.
Yeah, the Henderson Silver Knights, baby. Let's go.
All right, here's your hotel, half an hour away.
From Vegas.
Yeah, you like stayed on the strip, didn't you?
Stayed at the MGM Grand.
No,
But you know, at least you felt safe there. Anyway, I think
I don't get it.
Michael Backlund said essentially what we've all been thinking. And that's why I love European players in Europe, because for whatever reason, they're like, let's get comfortable. Let's tell you exactly. He said Rasmus Andersson is getting traded. He said the team wants value. He wants a big contract, so he wants to play well. The team needs him to play well, so just go out and play. I talked to him, and he doesn't want to be a distraction, so it's all good. It's too bad it's come to this. I don't think that they're close to getting an agreement or anything, but you never know. Things could change. We'll see. And I am curious about because this guy going into this season, forget what may or may not happen with McDavid. In terms of best player available right now, it's Rasmus Andersson. And he's available right now, and he'll probably be available right until the trade deadline and because nobody makes trades before American Thanksgiving unless you're in real hell. So what I'm curious about, and apparently, he wants to go to the States, probably favorable tax situation and stuff, although Alberta's pretty favorable with that. I'm curious about what Rasmus Andersson at 28 making $4.5 million gets you. Because are you getting Rasmus Andersson extended, or do you care and you just pick him up for a trade or a run and you take that risk? Because I feel like if you're going to give up significant assets, the Flames have got to give you the opportunity to get an extension done before the trade is.
Is it possible his stock is not where he thinks it is right now, and the best thing for him to do is play?
What do you mean?
81 games played last year. I want you to guess the plus minus.
Oh, I know this, so Jesse should guess.
20.
Plus 20?
No, minus.
Minus 38.
Oh, jeez.
I
thought I was going high with minus 20.
This man is going to win the Masters.
Yeah. The NHL Masters is always a fun one to look
every damn tournament. Minus 38, the next worst guy on his team was minus 17.
Kadri?
Yes. I don't even know how you pull that off. The next closest defenseman was Tyson Barrie at minus 7. He was minus 30.
You remember last year, that team didn't score at all, and Dustin Wolf kept them in everything.
They didn't score, and I suppose he was never on the ice when they scored.
Yeah.
Also, he did some of the scoring. I'm not
11
doing
goals,
this.
20 assists?
11 goals, 20 assists. I'm not doing this to dump on Rasmus Andersson. He's very obviously a good player.
And they put him in the tough minutes.
It put him in the tough minutes, and he played hurt, right? Which is always going to hurt you. But I wonder if there's question marks with some teams. I also wonder if the fact he played hurt and has dealt with injuries, and the fact that we only got that LTIR news yesterday, I wonder if that played into trade decision making. I wonder if the teams looking to get him were curious about getting that information, the LTI information, finalized before putting all their chips in and making their big offer for him.
Well, I'll tell you, you're probably right on that, but you could get, and I would make the Flames do this if you're going to part with significant assets, get him at 50% retained. And so you got a Rasmus Andersson at $2.25 million this year.
Psycho.
And maybe he's making 9 next year. I don't know what the number is going to be. But that, for some team, is going to be an incredible ad. An incredible ad. And with the cap going up another $8 to $10 million next year, you just assume, okay, well, that's going to be eaten up by Rasmus Andersson.
If I'm another GM, I look at this and I say, I don't want Rasmus Andersson, because why don't you want Rasmus Andersson?
I think the Flames do. I think they just don't want to pay him what he wants. And I don't know that he wants to be there anymore.
But why don't they want to pay him the $8 million for over 6 years or whatever?
I don't.
They have to look at his game and say, you're not the right-handed defenseman that we think you can be for that amount of money.
Do you think, Jess, though, that it has more to do with him maybe not wanting to be in Calgary anymore?
If he doesn't want to negotiate at all and he wants to be traded, then yes, that's a different
That's not been confirmed. Maybe we could ask Julian
right.
about that.
If he's willing to stay for $9 million a season over 6 or 7, then then the Flames are the ones who don't want to do that, then I have questions about like what's wrong with Rasmus Andersson.
Yeah.
Because he has the billing of the guy you give that money, but I feel like the Flames look at his play on the ice and are a little spooked by it, and they say he's probably not that guy we want to lock up long term. But it might just be him. Like it might, what you said, like everything I'm saying could be out the window if he just doesn't want to stick around. Then you don't have a choice.
Zane Parekh is going to be good in Calgary, so he'll fill that void. Maybe not right away, but he's going to fill that void. The most important person in this whole equation is Matt Kiersted. Do you know who that is?
No.
He wore number 4 for the Florida Panthers last year, and that's who Rasmus Andersson is going to have to trade jersey numbers with, or get him a gift, because it's either him, it's either the Panthers, or the Golden Knights, who conveniently don't have a number 4.
Mm-hmm. How many games did Matt play last year?
I think the answer is 2. I thought it was Seth Jones, because I want to say he wore 4 in Columbus, but he's number 3. It's number 3.
I'm just not familiar with Matt's game. Kiersted, you said?
He's in the friggin' NHL, man.
Oh, it's for 2 games.
Pretty good. Wow.
Yeah.
Snobby, are you?
I mean, Steve, to be fair, only you would know that. I mean, like
I know, I Googled
He
it.
looked it up.
There were people with like
I'm a sicko. I'm
when
not
Frank
like that.
Nazar's contract was announced this summer, people were like, with all due respect, who the hell is that?
No, that's
there were actual people who were like, I don't know who that is.
Those people are wrong. He's going to be real good.
yeah,
Okay, but he hasn't played a lot.
He has not played a lot.
That's my point. Yeah.
Matt Kiersted.
Are we doing
Why are
Matt
we doing
Kiersted
this?
trivia?
Why?
Matthew Kiersted.
Where's
2
he
games. He is from
Lethbridge?
Elk River, Minnesota.
I was in the right ballpark of the earth.
Yeah, he's played
Right ballpark of the earth. That
What?
is
How long is the plane ride? Not very far. I was in the ballpark of the earth.
He is a man. He is
How many career games? No, give me the
how
career
many,
games.
Steven? How many?
Give me the
Wait,
Matt
how many
Kiers-
what?
career games?
How many?
39.
Okay.
More than you.
2 last year. Oh my god.
More than
More
you.
than me.
Stop it.
Yeah, how many you got? Like what? I'm sitting here
More
not
than me
playing.
too. More than everyone in this room. Except
2
maybe
last
Hayden's
year.
good.
How many career goals?
2.
2 career goals.
2 career goals.
Defenseman, you
Okay.
said?
5 assists. He is a defenseman, left-handed.
Left-handed defenseman.
Elk
Where's
River,
number
Minnesota.
4? Elk River, Minnesota. Anything else we should know about Matt Kiersted before we move on?
He has brown hair.
Draft pick? Where was he drafted?
Unsigned.
Oh, out of where?
Oh.
He was, undrafted rather.
Out of
This is a big development, and Hayden should know this.
Okay. All right. Let's see if he does. I love that we're doing
This is
this.
a waste of time.
No.
Rasmus
no.
Andersson can go to the Florida Panthers because Matt Kiersted signed on July 2nd with the Minnesota Wild.
Oh.
You didn't know? Casual.
Out of where?
Casual.
Out of
Casual.
where?
He played in the Chicago Steel, the USHL, and then the University of North Dakota.
Oh, I'm surprised Dubas wasn't all over him.
He did not. Oh yeah, Chicago
Steel
Steel
guy.
Yeah.
He's such a huge
Dubas,
Chicago Steel.
I bet
guy.
if we texted Dubas, he would be like, I scouted Kiersted.
Oh, he'd call us right back and be like, "Oh, you mean the one who got away?"
That was my white whale.
Loves the Chicago Steel. Holy shit! Yeah. Anyway,
It's not. Was it Anthony Sorelli he really liked too before anybody knew?
Yanni
anything?
Gourde.
Yanni
Yanni
Gourde.
yeah.
Yeah.
Who I love.
Yes, I know.
Also.
Tyson Barrie retired this summer. I think the best line from that is from his goodbye was we made this decision I'm looking for the word here, but he basically said all 32 teams agree that it's time for me to retire. And
I liked when he talked about. He's like, "Well, I was minus $1 million," and then he added, "Couldn't get a save."
that is funny, man. That's funny. And you know what? 500 career points.
Yeah, man.
Like this
People
is
forget. Young Tyson Barrie was a problem. He was really.
I think
really
the problem with Tyson Barrie was outside of Colorado, nobody, in a little time in Edmonton too, nobody knew how to deploy him properly. Like he got his best years in Colorado because I think they knew how to use him. When Toronto were like, please play steady defense. And he's like, that's not what I do.
Why did you get me to do that? Yeah, excuse me while I drive this Lambeau on the friggin'
Yeah.
Appalachian Mountains.
But in Colorado, there was enough depth around him that he could play like that. Now, they never won with him, but they did pretty well.
He had 1, 2, 3 seasons over 50 points.
It's great.
As a right-handed D. You wonder how he kept getting work, right? Another 49-point season, a 48, a 41, a 43. Like, holy shit. This guy was a really, really, really good offensive defenseman. Over 100 goals, which is very difficult for any defenseman to pull off in their career. Double-digit goals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times in his career. He was good, man.
Yeah. Yeah. And
At
apparently
what he did.
people loved him. Great teammate. And I think he's retiring and he's going to focus on his beer company that he's had going for a few years now. And
Tyson Barrie.
it should have been that. It should have
The
been that.
Instagram post that you're referencing is very funny. I hadn't read it, but he said the decision was made in tandem with the other 32 teams.
Right.
And he wrote this,
great.
and you can bring it up. He said, from wearing the green jacket in 2016, we were just talking about that, the leader of the minus chart, to leading the league in points and not recording a single Norris vote, it's been an epic run.
That's so
very
dry.
funny. Yeah, and he says, I've made friends for life and had more laughs per minute than maybe anyone in league history. Unfortunately, that's a stat they don't track. With over 100 goals, 500 points, and was a minus $1 million, couldn't get a save. It seems like a funny dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good guy. Happy retirement, Tyson.
Good for him.
Yeah, I got to cover him in junior with the Kelowna Rockets. He was in junior when I wrote for Gino Retta, and he was always a delight. And now guys I covered in junior are retiring. I got gray and white in my beard, and it's
You are old.
What are we looking at? Oh, I actually, this is the one last thing I wanted to do before we do the press conference.
We got to hit the button here. Run up on 2 hours.
Oh, okay. Are we?
Oh, my God.
Okay. So, Steve, I just want to ask you, are you relieved?
about what?
Is it nice to have like less responsibility?
Fuck.
Oh, my God.
Oh my God.
Would you say?
Yeah.
Do you think like now you don't have to get up and walk anyone? You don't have to clean up any poo in the backyard?
Oh, is this a reference to my dead dog?
Yeah, I mean, I just feel like it's probably a nice relief to not have to look after 3 children, now just 2.
Can I tell you that the night he died, I went in the backyard and hoped to find one last poop
And did you?
to pick up. No,
Oh,
I didn't. Yeah, Iggy passed. It was very, very sudden. There were no signs. Like with Charlie, he took a dump like a month before he died, and my wife and I just looked at each other like, oh, fuck. He might not be in the greatest of health. But Iggy was solid as a rock, muscular, had great wind, slept more. Like, and you would see him do this. Like, you would see him nodding off as the kids are raining chaos around him. That was the only indication he ever gave that he was getting old. He had a normal morning, played with a bunch of younger dogs. Yeah, put it on the screen. That's good. Play sad music too, if you could.
Oh, my God.
And no, he was wrestling with a younger dog, and he came home, and he had a growth on his heart that ruptured, and that was that. We were given the option of trying to drain it, but the vet was like, I've seen dogs come back after draining it in 2 hours, and so it was the easy decision to make, even though it was really hard. And what I really enjoyed in the days that followed was in between bawling, talking about the amazing life he lived. Mm-hmm. The man. He went to the Pound because he escaped the house and ended up at the Pound before I even knew he was missing. One time he escaped our yard again. And the reason he escaped our yard is because he dug a hole into the neighbor's yard to play with their 2 golden retrievers. The hole would fill with rain when there was heavy rain, and the dogs would half drown themselves when they went to play with each other. So me and the neighbor were like, here, like, let's just take out a couple panels in the fence and they can play with each other. Mm-hmm. But sometimes their gate would swing open. Mm. So Iggy escaped one time. 2 neighbors found him. There was a man and a young girl. The man goes, I'm pretty sure he lives there, pointing at my house. The little girl goes, no, I think it's that house. For some reason, the man did not bring him to my house and go, no, I'm the adult and I'm right. He brought him to my next door neighbor. My neighbor goes, hello, opens the door. Iggy bursts into his house and chases after his cat all over the house. And they had to wrestle this 80-pound dog and get him out. And then when we finally got him home and we heard the harrowing tale, I was like, what the hell is that smell? And realized he covered himself in rabbit shit in his adventures. He was an expensive dog. He got into a fight with a raccoon. He got into a fight with a squirrel. He got into a fight with a branch. Lost all 3.
But man, he gave it his all, which is, we got to... That's a guy that's like, you know what? Sometimes you're going to lose a fight, but you got to do it for the team.
Yeah.
He did it for the team. He got to fight with my nose. Won that one.
Mm-hmm. Did win that one.
That was a big victory.
And I'm gonna think about Iggy every time I look in the mirror because he gave me this weird little Harry Potter scar on the bridge of my nose. He had a life well lived, and I am dreading with every fiber of my being the first Leaf win in the season because I don't know what I'm gonna do. And I do know what I'm gonna do. I know exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do something. I don't know what that something is going to be.
What did you do before Victory Puppies? That was a time. That
Leafs win.
Yeah, but now that I've had Victory Puppies, what I'm going to do is record something, turn the camera off, cry for 20 minutes, then return to shooting the LFR all puffy and looking like I got bitten by a spider.
You start throwing dog treats into Leo's mouth.
And he would...
Get arrested
he's 5,
real quick.
so he has a diet that consists of air.
Yeah. Brown foods.
So much
5-year-olds
beige.
love a brown food.
A lot of no. There's different color popsicles.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. I miss Iggy. My wife and I had this conversation. She's like, yeah, in a couple years when we get another dog and blah, blah, blah. And a couple days later, I was like, hey, so when you said a couple years, she was like, yeah, I know. It's not going to be a couple years.
It's going to be like tomorrow. Is she already looking?
No.
Oh, okay.
The moment she starts looking,
it's happening that month.
Yeah, that month, if there's 2 days left in the month.
Yeah. I'm going to send her a couple Instagram posts of dogs at the pound.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Just like, hey, what do you think about this one? Yeah, I think this one's cute.
Hey, you know that hole in your heart? This could fill it.
This guy needs a little adoption.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know who was adopted was Charlie, who's also dead.
Charlie likes poo.
Let's talk about him.
That's Charlie's biggest claim to fame.
He liked anything he could eat.
Ate so much shit.
So I had food in my bag once when I stayed over at Steve's. This is pre-children.
Oh yeah.
And I left my bag upstairs, and we were all downstairs partying and drinking and whatever. And I got upstairs, and he had torn through the bag, through the bottom of the bag, and ripped out the food and eaten it. And it was in a plastic container. It was hilarious.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah. And so Steve got me a new bag. I still have that bag, by the way.
Oh, that's good.
Which
means it's a durable bag. Which means that dog is insane.
He was a hungry boy.
He was a very hungry boy, and now they are playing together in dog heaven as sad music plays. And I want my dogs.
You know what's awesome? You have no Iggy and Charlie stuff hanging around your room at all. And you don't have to look at that all the time.
Yeah, no.
Be sad.
It's not like anybody's made anything for you.
Dude, we finally received this huge shipment of the stuffies.
The U2's dolls?
Of me holding them. And it's in the office right now.
Iggy's on there's a little stuffed Iggy on it.
Should we just put a label on it noted dead?
Everything makes
R.I.P.
Everything since he's died makes me sad. I look at that box of me and Iggy, and I'm just there he is. There he is. Yeah. There's the sad.
No, literally, you walk in the blue room, half of the stuff has Iggy on it.
Victory Puppies. I got a Charlie pillow. He's dead.
I have a Halloween idea for you and
a
SL.
Charlie painting, and he's dead. What? Oh, fuck.
What?
What is your idea?
Well, it's Halloween.
Do you know of a cemetery I could bury him in? Oh my God!
Dog skeletons are great. One of you Iggy, one of you Charlie.
Yeah, no, the blue room is literally covered in dog stuff.
Yeah.
And have I removed any of it? No. His bed is still in the basement.
Oh.
Dude, that is gonna be...
The next dog needs that bed though.
Fuck.
So leave it there for the week.
He watched every Leaf game with me.
How long Jesse.
Do you think he hated them?
Yes.
How long he should? That
All
would
of
be
them.
stressful.
Every single one of them.
Your dad would be yelly.
Yeah, you know how dogs feed off your vibe? Imagine being my dog.
He was
Adam,
pretty
sorry.
chill, man.
I interrupted you.
He was pretty chill. I think because he was afraid of me. I don't know.
I think what we need to do, and we got our guys at Spark to do this. We should have like a friendly bet here between all the SDPN listeners and crew.
If I win, my dog comes back to life.
Over under on how long before Steve and his wife get another dog.
Oh, damn.
You know what I mean? Like or like pick a date. And if one person gets it, like somebody's gonna get it right, and it could be 2 years from now, but it could be a prize. I don't think it's gonna be that long.
That's interesting.
I think you gotta wait till Isla's a bit taller. But I think to bring a puppy into that situation, I don't think it's gonna be that.
He
long.
knocked her on her ass so many times.
Yeah.
Never broke her nose though.
Not yet.
Just mine.
Not yet.
Not well, Adam.
There was always time.
Here's the thing about being dead. You can't break anyone's nose.
Anyway, no, we went over, Jesse and I and our partners went over in early summer, and he was there and happy and lovely and was willing to accept any chips that Jesse would give him.
That's very sudden.
Yeah, it's very weird. Very, very
That's
weird.
how it is with dogs.
I wouldn't know.
Oh,
Mine's
fuck
around.
off.
Mine's here.
Hey, Jesse,
still hanging
Jesse,
out.
having a live dog kind of rocks.
Yeah, you know? The best thing about dogs, they're alive.
Like, it's so much better than having to worry about the fallout.
if you want, I can have him on Friday's show. Bring the container of ashes.
Oh, no.
You have an urn? No, you do not.
You get an urn?
No,
I don't know how that works.
It's like a tube.
It's a tube?
It's like a
Like a beaker?
no, not a beaker. Like a friggin'
That's what I pictured.
like a cardboard tube with dog prints.
Oh,
on
so
it.
like something you put like a poster in. You roll a poster up and
Yes.
you set it in the
Are
middle.
you going to buy an urn? An Iggy urn?
I don't know, man. No, we're gonna sprinkle him.
Where?
In his
the
favorite
dog
places.
park?
Yeah, his
Some
favorite
dog-
places.
Oh, that's nice.
Some dog's going to eat
You
that.
should.
No, they're not gonna. I'm not gonna put it anywhere a dog's gonna eat it.
What are you doing?
You know what you could do? Put a little on that back lawn where you turn into an ice rink, and it could be the Iggy ice rink or something like that. That would be nice.
The Iggy Dangle Memorial Ice Rink?
That's right.
Yeah. What did Charlie get? Nothing.
We had we sprinkled his ashes during COVID, and it was so sad.
Yeah, that's, oh my God.
Yeah, that's terrible.
It was
Steve,
Oh,
would you say, just like his namesake, that retirement was forced upon him?
all right. All right.
That might be the worst thing you've ever said.
Yeah. It's up there.
Ah, listen, if you're not laughing at tragedy, you're not doing it right. We'll miss you, Iggy. You okay there?
Oh yeah, for
Think
sure.
about it, though.
The Steve Dangle Podcast. Follow the guys on Twitter at Steve_Dangle, at Adam WYLDE, and at Jesse Blake. Connection complete.